Yes!
Dude.
Yes!
Oh, it's Philip or Calvin or whatever the heck his name is. What's his name?
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Spencer,
that's
there
his
you
name.
Go. That was close.
Spencer.
That's his name.
Spencer.
My wife said you was not close.
How did you come up with the name Spencer?
Yeah, Jeff.
The person who made Spencer.
Their name was Spencer.
And I'd never bothered renaming him.
Huh. All right, that works.
A friend of mine, his wife, she has a small business that makes these little crocheted sort of things. And I borrowed Spencer from him some time ago. And I take Spencer.
Kind of looks like a baby Baymax.
And she has 2 autistic sons, and he's got a couple of autistic kids. And all the proceeds go to autism support services and things like that. So
link to her business in the chat or something.
I do my thing, and I share Spencer. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, know that Spencer and Twitter, Spencer comes on the road with me to 2 different places.
Well, Metal Wolf said he's Spencer's biggest fan.
Oops, wrong one. This one. Metal Wolf is from Saskatoon, which for you Americans don't know this, it's the armpit of Canada.
Look, I know exactly where it is, Jeff, because I was at the zoo last week. He and I had this conversation already. He was complaining about the roads up there. I said, the roads are beautiful. I just came up here and visited Anthony's mom at the Saskatoon Zoo. So
still the armpit of Canada.
I mean, whatever.
I need Ray to defend me.
Most from what I remember from my time in Montreal, most of the strippers' armpits were hairy. So
most of the stripper armpits was hairy.
Yeah, it's true. They didn't shave their armpits.
Well, most of them are from Eastern European countries.
Yeah, like Saskatoon.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
Jeff is in a hotel.
I am. In a hotel again. Okay. I'm facing the camera this way so you can't see the unmade bed.
So we can't see the dead hooker on the bed.
Exactly. No, she's in the bathtub. I'm harvesting her organs.
Oh my God.
He's harvesting a dead hooker's organ.
Is that what you're supposed to do? Isn't that what you do?
It's Jeff Dahmer. There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Dahmer.
I didn't say I was eating the organs.
You got him on ice, though, and that's exactly what he did, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Did he?
I don't know. Where are you? Are you staying at a Holiday Inn Express? Jeff, are you staying at a Holiday Inn Express?
I am staying at a Courtyard Marriott.
Oh, all right. Well, then I guess you're not going to have any contributions to the show today, because only if you stay in a Holiday Inn Express you get smart.
Oh.
So at least that's what I hear from the TV.
Rich Eisen of the NFL Network promotes the Courtyard by Marriott. This is the also closest hotel to my parents.
Anthony, why do you look so pissed off?
Oh, sorry.
He was mad. He only did an 8-hour stream yesterday.
Right.
First of all, it was like 4 hours and some change. It wasn't 8. But I'm just late. So I got real busy at work. And I'm like, for the last couple of weeks, I'm just like kind of tuned out a little bit. Like even on Twitter, like I haven't really tweeted out the SBC and stuff on time. I haven't taken people videos when it went live and put it. And I'm just like, but anyway, I was trying to catch up with stuff because my phone started dying, and my phone's like less than a month old. It was almost $2,000, and for some reason the battery wasn't charging. I'm like, what is going on? So anyway, I had to shut my phone off. So I apologize. I was a little bit trying to write somebody back who wrote me like hours ago, and I didn't even know they wrote me. But guys, I got a bunch of topics today, man. So I don't know if you guys brought your A game to get into this stuff. But I'm ready, man. I've been writing as the week been going on. I'm writing down. Oh, we talk about this. Oh, we gonna talk about that. Oh, we're talking about that. So I'm ready. But before I do that, Alexa, hit like number 1. All right, now I'm ready.
Alexa, self-destruct mode.
Why would you do that?
Because okay, Alexa, all lights off.
Good thing she can't hear you guys. You see this little wire? Only I.
I mean, I figured as much, you know.
Well, Ryzak just took a phone call from work, and I thought he was going to go have to do a work thing, and you weren't here. So I guess me and Spencer are doing the show by ourselves.
You and Spencer.
Almost.
Me and Spencer.
Yeah, I see Ryzak on the phone.
It seems like every time I get ready to start a show here lately, I have something going on at work. I was on Retro Rewind on Sunday and had to leave a half hour early to take a work call because I had an emergency. So,
life, right?
It is life, It is life. Unfortunately, I can't sit around all day and talk to PlayStation and Xbox people like somebody else.
You should just quit and become a full-time YouTuber.
Not me. Listen, I do a full-time job and come home and do all that. So I feel like I got 2 jobs. I got YouTube and I got well, look, I got paid today from YouTube. You get.
I thought you said I got 2 full-time jobs. I got YouTube and
YouTube. Yeah, YouTube paid me on the 21st of every month.
How much did you make?
You have to. I just got paid today, $114.
Look at you go, man.
Something,
What's the breakdown for that look like? I mean, is it like a certain percentage for the
you
views
just have
that
to
the ads show?
You have to. Let me look real quick. They got an analytics thing. So you get paid off of views. You get paid off of commercials. So people skipping, even if they skip them, you get paid. And you get paid, obviously memberships. You get paid from donations. But YouTube takes 30% off the top of everything.
Everything.
Yeah, they get 30% of everything. So what happens is you can look at
maybe Epic will sue them too.
You could look at a specific video and you could see like it'll tell you that video if you skip videos, ads was skipped, blah blah blah. That's why on YouTube, if you notice people who always make 10-minute videos, because you can't have a certain amount of ads if it's under 10 minutes. So you'll see people.
They changed that to 8.
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't. No. It's still 10 because when I made a video and here I look right now. Like when you go to add the monetization and you want to click on non-skippable ads. No, not non-skippable ads. Ads at the end. I think it says. Oh, you know what? I don't think it says it anymore. But it used to say like, oh, this video can't be so long or blah blah blah. So this video has overlay ads, sponsor cards, skippable video ads, non-skippable ads, but it doesn't even have the option to add ads at the end of the video. Because
cool,
this
man.
video's blah, blah, blah.
You'll be there one day, Ryzak.
No, I won't. But look at what that treadmill video did for you. Now you can almost buy another treadmill.
Yeah, right. Well, the funny thing is that treadmill video was before my channel was even monetized, so I didn't make a dime. But no, people still watch that video.
Now, if they watch it, you'll get.
No, yeah, people still watch that video. Just recently, somebody was like, "Oh, how's it holding up?" You know what the thing is? Because I don't do this for money. Sure, I like money like everybody else, but I don't be like, "Oh," because if I was smarter, that video has like 50,000 views, and you know how many comments? Could you make a video showing you putting the oil on a treadmill? And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to, but." I don't really need to because my treadmill.
Putting oil on Ray's mom? What?
He can't do oil on a treadmill anymore because he doesn't have his Jerry curl. So before he
I don't have that Jerry curl oil. That ain't even gonna work.
That was it. Now he's bald, so it ain't gonna work.
Bald to the bone. Ball. Oh,
I can see you with some soul glow in your hair.
Soul glow. You remember that?
Of course. Of course.
So Ninja Guy had a question. He said, would you do this full time if you got paid enough? So I do love talking, right?
Really?
And I legit have 6 shows I do a week, right? What's funny? I started calling myself now the master of vlogging just because I want to streamline my channel. Because whenever I tell people like, oh, I got an everything channel, they're like, what the hell does that mean? And I got to explain, oh, this, that. But I realized everything is still vlogging when you think about it, right? So
what did you say your name was going to be?
Well, one nickname I'm using now is the master of vlogging.
Master of logins.
Anyway, but I guess I would. I mean, if I made enough money, why not, right? I would just do because somebody said to me the other day, dude, you barely play video games. You need a new hobby. I'm like, I guess this is. It made me think, like, this is my new hobby. I do it I do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 2 shows on Thursdays. I don't do it Friday and Saturday because my wife and I, we just always we're just usually doing stuff. But then I get a lot of vlogging in. Like I was able to make 3 videos from our last Saturday. One reviewing ice cream. If you guys didn't see it, it's pretty cool. One I got to put, we went to an Indian restaurant, so I'm going to put that up soon. We reviewed it. And one reviewing New Hope, which is a really nice place and the first time I ever went there. But yeah, and then Sundays, every now and then I do the Big Mike Little Ant. Like we're probably doing this weekend because we're going to movies tomorrow to see Dune. So we usually do a show when we go to movies. But anyways, the show is about not just me. Proto's in the building, the puppet master.
The puppet.
Nah, he's a puppet master, man.
I don't know if
he had me fighting against some guy, and come to find out it was all him.
Ninja Guy is right. Every time I do a show in a different location.
You really are, Jeff.
It's true. If you go back and show the intro, and you look at all the videos, you have like different size screens because you're on mobile some days. Sometimes you're outside. Sometimes
I'm just trolling the neighborhood. Sometimes I'm getting ice cream.
Yep. What were you gonna say?
I'm in another hotel.
You know what? Let me tweet out our show.
Where am I going to be next week?
Yeah. But no, I thought about it, and I was going to say you should play the intro again.
Well, it's not my show, so I can't.
Oh, that's right. It's Jeff's show.
Oh, I could. Right. Why? What are we doing? What's going on? Who? What?
Anthony said play the intro one more time. He needs to scratch his butt. It hurts from...
So wait, how come you didn't give that to me? Why does Jeff have it and I don't?
Bro, it's in our Discord chat. Why are you not checking your Discord?
He didn't send it to me. He put the link in the thing.
Did I not say how busy I was and I didn't get to look at my notifications because my phone died? So
you wrote me the other day. You said, "How did you get the song and not me?" I said, "Bruce put it in the Discord." Oh, it was your Discord, your own Discord you made that says Cowboys Discord that you invited me to just to talk shit about me and then tell me, okay, you can leave it now. And then Bruce brought me back because Bruce is nicer than you and Bruce rocks out. Okay?
That is true.
It's true.
Let me let y'all know something, okay? That's been me playing the guitar all along. I didn't want to put this out there, all right? But that's not Bruce, it's me, okay? So until Bruce do it live, it's me.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, okay. So you want Bruce to come on and do a live rendition?
I'm just saying, if Bruce come on and do it live, then we could say it's not him. But until then, all I know is that was me. That
was pretty clever.
Just saying.
Pretty clever.
So are we going to talk about how Stadia is dead because they were not referenced in the Google Pixel, big premiere the other night? Because,
Yeah, so...
Because it's
definitely
Google
should
Pixel.
talk about
it's all
that.
about the Google Pixel. They didn't mention Stadia, therefore Stadia is dead.
I did see somebody do something pretty funny though. I think it was Ben. Lately, he's been trolling like crazy. Ben Cloud Tipping, whatever. But he said Google was in there, and he circled the letters that made Stadia. I thought that was funny myself personally.
I'm pretty sure that was Andy Morse.
What? Why is William mad at me? What? I didn't say anything bad about Bruce. It was Anthony. How dare me, Jeff?
Because you just said Stadia is dead.
No, I didn't say that. I said that's what people are saying because it wasn't mentioned in the thing.
I'm pretty sure you said, "Can we talk about how Stadia is dead?" That implies that you think it's dead.
It was a joke at making fun of the people who said it was dead because wasn't mentioned.
I didn't find it at all funny, Jeff.
All right.
I didn't find it all funny either. Look, my boy Ray is in here to protect me from your jokes, Ryzak.
Ray ain't gonna protect you.
Yes, he is.
No,
when he go to visit his mom, he's gonna show up.
Because look, when my words come at you guys, it's gonna go over both of your short ass heads, so it don't matter.
Probably.
Yeah. When I found out Ray was short too, I was like, oh wow, that's funny.
But
did you guys see Stadia Pro's video? He actually got the video where he killed me in the bathroom. That was hilarious.
I've seen it.
You mean the king of
many
TikTok?
times?
The new king of TikTok, Stadia Pro Gaming?
Can we go ahead and give some credit here? Because I know everybody's trying to push Ray to 1,000 subscribers, and that's really cool. But let's give it up for William just getting to 400 subscribers, huh? That is impressive.
And at least when William stream, it's not when people are sleeping.
And I can guarantee you, because I have talked to William several times about this, all 400 of them could actually vote. They're real people. So
not like Ray.
It's good. It's good. Congratulations, William, on having 400 people that find you fascinating. You're now at $3.99 because I just unsubscribed.
All right, listen, guys. Let's get into this thing, man. All right, we don't talk about dumb sports for too long. All right.
Dumb sports. Are we talking about the 49ers?
Ooh, why are we picking on Ray? We don't need to pick on Ray.
Guys, so listen. I got some topics I brought. And you guys, speak on whatever. I'm sure we got some of the same topics, but let's start with the Stadia white label thing. So the funny thing is, months ago, when it was talked about, it was like, I was like, wait, what? Okay, I got it. So months ago, when it was talked about, it was like it was gonna fracture Stadia, and it will be the worst thing ever. No, Google, don't allow other companies to utilize your awesome tech. So the thing came out, and so many people I watch videos. Oh man, look, it's cool, this and that. And I'm like, But me personally, so white labeling, I don't know why I get that the Stadia haters was trying to say, well, if Stadia goes and do white labeling, then they're going to get rid of Stadia. But it's like, no, they're just going to let someone else use their tech.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, it's that simple.
It's called making money. It's called they're a gazillion dollar company for a reason.
Correct.
Anyone who says that you not understand their business model is to make money. Buckets of it.
Did any of you guys try
it? They are to make buckets of money. If they can license it, what does Kevin O'Leary always say? And what does he always want to do on Shark Tank? Licensing deals. Why? Because it makes money.
Here's what's cool though, when you think about it, right? Anybody could say what they want about Stadia, and this just is another pat on the back about their tech. You don't see nobody, using the other stuff as white labeling, right?
GFN. There's no GFN white labeling.
It's a totally different thing. Well, let me say, let's give kudos where kudos belong too, because Bryant Chappelle's the one that reported last night that he actually reached out to Google and confirmed that it was their tech that was running on. So there's a lot of speculation about that. He confirmed that up. I know Ray was playing it last night. I don't know anybody else personally that played it outside of the few people I know. Jay was playing it. Foremost, he was
Ace
playing
from Cloud Gaming Dream was playing
Ace was playing it. I don't know. I really don't know anyone in my personal life that has AT&T after like 2005. So I don't know anybody that was playing it outside of those guys.
I got AT&T. We can fire it up right now.
Well, I guess I stand corrected. Then I do know you personally.
Yeah.
So, all right.
But I just got AT&T. I got AT&T when I first got only 2 years ago when this phone came out. What I had at the time, thank you, didn't have. Oh, you gave me my food? No, take this back. I don't want you handing me my food. Did you touch it?
No, I didn't touch it.
Oh no! If Sandy is not the one handing me my food, I don't want it.
No. Oh, hold on. Let me get mine. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Why you didn't say it was a hate crime? It's getting overplayed.
Just to go back to Ray's comment about how he might be short, but his eggplant is long. He's going to change his tagline. He's going to say, "'Cause I'm the tripod."
Oh man, check it out, guys.
Oh yeah.
Pizza and cheese fries.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let me ask you a question,
because I'm looking at that right there, right? How's the whole getting back in shape thing going? You haven't been posting too much about that lately. And now I'm watching you. Now I'm watching you eat greasy food and French fries. So you sat on your ass for 5 hours last night talking a bunch of nonsense. You're gonna sit on your ass for 4 hours tonight talking a bunch of nonsense. You sat at work all day, sitting in the car on the way home. You're looking a little flabby, cowboy. You're looking a little flabby.
I need to put my robe on.
Is that why?
Man, it's hard to. It's hard to say.
Long sleeves because the guns are falling down. Is that why he went long sleeves?
He's like, when I was 35, man, it was easy. It was easy.
It's hard to stay consistent, man.
But now I'm 45.
I got my rule. My last video, I put out my rule. Said the 4-day rule. My thing is never go past 4 days without working out. But I do like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You better be careful.
It's not a rule.
You're gonna start looking like a Snickers bar.
We're
You're gonna
supposed
be
to
chocolate
do
on the outside, nothing but nut in the middle.
No. We're supposed to do as he says, not as he does.
Right.
Yeah, pretty. Hey, my mom used to say that all the time. Boy, you better do what I say, not not what I do. But
I noticed you're not wearing. You're wearing the loose shirts here lately.
Yeah,
you're wearing the tight shirt.
No, and listen, it's getting cold out. So I, put on the long sleeves. Hey man, get off my back, man. We got a show to run. Okay?
You gotta put on that. You gotta put on that warmth for the winter, huh? That's
I'm working out tonight. Now I'm working out.
You gotta pack on your winter 25.
I'm not going to the gym though, but I'll do a little home workout.
Because he'll be doing that on the Sandy and Anthony show. He'll be working out.
I got that too.
Let's get back in. Let's get back to the racist topic of white labeling. So,
all right. So, what about Black Friday? Is that racist?
I mean, yeah, sure. Why not? Everything's racist now. You put a color with it.
What about
2021?
What about Black Adam?
Yep, he's racist too. Yep, white. Anything.
White Christmas. White Christmas.
Yeah, white Christmas is racist. Yeah.
Oh, White Christmas.
Yeah, brown sugar.
Shouldn't he
brown
be
sugar? Racist.
Brown sugar. What did you just say?
Brown sugar.
Shouldn't he be African American, Adam?
No, because you're okay. So I saw something about this the other day. If you're born an American, or if you were born in America,
right,
and you're black, you're not African American. If you were born in Africa and you came to America, you're African American, right?
Right. Because my family, my mom and my dad is from Jamaica. My dad never even came to the United States.
So you're not African American?
I'm Jamaican, right. but the Jamaican people, right? Not Americans, Jamaicans call me a Jamaican because my parents was born in Jamaica, but I was born in the United States. So I'm a Jamaican.
Oh, I'm in charge of this, aren't I? I forgot all about this.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, this is taking a really weird turn. Who the hell brought up race? That guy's an asshole.
Yeah. We're going to leave him alone. But anyway, white labeling. So me personally, congrats to William for what? He ain't do nothing special in his whole life.
400 subscribers. 400 where you been?
I just dislike Jeff because he dissed me. I've been called worse. I have better people than him hate me.
Listen, we should have had Colt of Stadia and Ninja Guy X on here. Guys, Ninja Guy X was on my show last night. First of all, it was cool to see him in person. Second of all, he's very informative. He's a good dude, and I think he's from Canada also.
He is Canadian.
Doesn't mean that he's a good person because he's from Canada. Because we look at Jeff. So, but anyway, let's get into this white labeling thing. Come on, guys. I think it's cool.
It's awesome. It's awesome. It's going to make them boatloads of money. It's the future of gaming.
Well,
more and more people are going to do it.
So let's think about this, Jeff. Remember, Walmart's getting into gaming, cloud gaming.
KFC's in gaming. Mm-hmm.
We got all these companies, right? Yep. So we got, we heard about Verizon. We heard about, you name it, Verizon, Walmart, right? So what if a bunch of them are using Stadia's tech?
Stride, right? Trojan Condom. Everybody's getting into cloud gaming, but
Right.
You know, I think the white labeling is really cool. I think that a lot of people will look at that advertisement that came out for Arkham, and they'll say, "Where's the Stadia logo? Doesn't need to be on there, right?" You'll have people that will say,
"But no, the thing is, that's what white label is."
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to point out like the obvious
gotcha.
ridiculousness that people will try to throw at every single thing that they see, right? So now it's, oh, well, why would they put it on Stadia? Because now AT&T is going to want to capitalize off this, and they're not going to want to share revenue. And that's what I forget who it was saying today. That's why the content is king, and why people are trying to make their own studios and buy their own. Look, it's the same recycled bullshit week after week with every single topic, every single thing. The white labeling is great for Google, and it's really great for Stadia. And if Stadia decides to go away one day, you think that tech is going to go away with it, with all the white labeling and everything? Hell no, it's here to stay.
Nope.
I don't care what name you slap on it, and I don't care, what game is played on it, and who can get to
honestly,
it.
If Stadia, now this is even more powerful, right? You got how many people say Stadia may die, right? Oh, Stadia died. This probably just shows that if Stadia was going to die, whatever one of these companies they probably is white labeling, they probably allow you to migrate your stuff over to them. Yep. They're probably, you know what I'm saying? Think about it that way. They probably be like, look, we're no longer going to handle the Stadia servers or whatever, but this company is, so all of your stuff will go over them. You'll be grandfathered in, blah, blah, blah.
Think about GFN, right? You're able to play your Steam and your Epic library. Now, granted, it's not every single game that you could own. There's still certain games that you can't play there, right? But you're able to take your Steam library, you're able to take your Epic library, the games that they support, and you're able to play them there. What happens when Steam comes out with the Steam Deck? What happens if they decide to say, oh, you know what? We've got our own stuff now, so we don't want to let you do it, right? But you still have it on Steam. Mm-hmm. So you can play it on Steam on your local PC, right, and then you can go play it in the cloud. So why couldn't the white labeling be like that? Exactly like you just said. If I don't play it on Stadia, it's still the same tech. Why couldn't my stuff transfer? Because you can obviously share those games or those licenses across multiple platforms. GFN is not Steam. Well, it is not Epic Games. You have permission to play those games through their service, right?
So here's the thing, though. I guess part of it's not controversy at all, because white labeling is white labeling. You're just using the tech. But here's the thing: that Arkham Knight game is not on Stadia. And if you looked at a bunch of videos, one of the features on their tech is allowing you. Okay, let's get into speculation territory. It allows you to actually optimize settings, which you can't do on Stadia. But if it's Stadia's tech, that means Stadia is running a form of software that's allowing you to actually tweak, your visual settings. So question is, will Stadia eventually adopt that to our Stadia that we know?
I saw Ray with gameplay last night. I saw Jay with gameplay last night. It looked pretty cool. It looked pretty cool. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see where it goes, and I don't give a shit whose name is on it. Like, it is what it is. It's just cool.
Yeah.
Jeff, what do you think?
I totally agree. It's going to be great. It's going to make them boatloads of money. And everyone forgets, what is Google? They're a cloud company. Mm-hmm. Sony, Microsoft, they have consoles. They have Google's a freaking cloud company. They don't have any physical anything.
Later, William.
Right? So
have a drink.
My wife's alarm is ringing. Let me turn it off because it's probably gonna go on and on.
She is supposed to call me at 6:00. Hopefully that'll ring soon. Yeah, no, it's going to be a good thing. I mean,
I don't think the white labeling needs to have the same. I don't think they should have the same games. Okay, yeah, maybe Batman Arkham Asylum should come to Stadia eventually. But the whole idea is these companies want to have something that nobody else has.
Correct.
So then people are like, oh, I'm kind of tired of T-Mobile. I can do that. Okay, I'll switch to AT&T. So that's the whole point. Yep. And maybe once the agreement ends, 3 months, 6 months, 10 years, whatever it is, maybe then they'll port it over. But the whole idea is that's why everybody's trying to outdo each other. Everybody's trying to come up with new shit. Everyone's because they all want to be and suck their, Anthony's done with AT&T. They want to switch, because everyone likes certain things. Everybody hates some other phone companies. We all hate the phone companies here in Canada. I could ask Ninja, I could ask Bruce who they use, and they probably hate whatever phone company we're with. But we only have two choices, so we're stuck up here.
Right. It's pretty cool, too, to see that AT&T had that deal with Stadia for 6 months of Stadia Pro when you signed up for a new AT&T account. And then, boom, now they've got white labeling with Arkham, Batman Arkham with, the white labeling. I think it's pretty cool. I don't think anybody saw it coming.
And when Ace did his video, he was showing how you had the Arkham Knight here and you were scrolling. Mm-hmm. And underneath it was a Stadia controller. So like they was actually advertising some Stadia stuff. Yeah. It didn't say it was powered by Stadia, but it was like a hand in hand. It was cool.
I do want to talk about that comment right there in a minute.
Oh, bro, that's on the list. Yeah, that's on the list. Yeah. The question is, what's bigger? I think honestly, the GeForce Now 3080 is a big deal. So let's not do that yet. But I got that in there.
Go back to Maker of Chaos's comment there, Jeff, if you don't mind. It was too bad.
And let me say something about Maker of Chaos real quick before you say something. I know he gets a lot of hate a little bit because he could be considered in with the guys who don't really like Stadia, right? But dude, he has really good comments, whether you like them or not, right? And he was on my show last night as well, and he's a very articulate guy. I don't say I agree with everything he says, but I don't mind the opposition, hence the whole no yes men thing, right? So I want to give him credit for coming on. And even when he give us certain questions that kind of try to challenge us or whatever, and maybe he's trolling a little bit, but I just want to give him a shout out,
No, that's cool. I mean, I see this comment here and definitely, like you just said, well thought out there. But I mean, it could always be too. I know it's white labeled, but they could get to a point where they say, play this game on AT&T powered by Stadia, or something like that, to not have to talk to the publishers to work out contracts for their service. There's always a walk around for everything. The Stadia name might die, and they may have something in their contract also that says that it stays with the tech, not the name. Mm-hmm. So I'm not privy to any of those conversations, but it's a good point to make right there. That's why I wanted you to bring it back up, because there's a lot of different ways that can spin. Yeah,
that's pretty good one, Maker.
Bruce talking about the Goldbug Explorers. Did you hear about that?
What?
There's a way that you can do something in New World to where you have invulnerability, so you cannot die. But they're already working on it. I mean, it's not a dig at New World or anything. I mean, it's the way with every game. I remember playing Call of Duty. I can't remember which one it was, and they used to have a care package hack. And you just walked up to a wall, you jumped up on it. As you jumped up on the wall, you pushed right on the D-pad, and you could just keep getting care packages like that without killing them.
Listen, the good old Destiny 1 loot cave. Oh, man. You just sit there all day and keep shooting these enemies that keep coming out the cave, and they never stop. And just loot, drop. And you just sit there for like 30 minutes, run and grab all the loot, delete what you want, getting back in position again and again.
Yep, it's true. So no, that's pretty cool. I did read about that the other day, and they're already on it. I mean, that's the good thing about having a publisher of a game that will act right away, right? You look at Outriders. Outriders.
Look at what?
Outriders has done a horrible job communicating about their game and creating fixes for their game. So it's good to see people jump on it. So kudos to them. I was actually talking, I think, to Dr. Spaceman. He had put up something about how there were more current players, or there were more active players playing New World than there were World of Warcraft at a certain time during the day. And it's like, that's awesome. I mean, congrats to them. But you gotta stop and remember too, World of Warcraft been out for 17 years. Right. So if you're driving, an awesome Corvette, an old school Corvette, let's say, and they bring out the new Tesla and everybody goes and runs and gets the Tesla, it doesn't mean that it's better than that old school Corvette. It's the new, latest, greatest thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Hold on, Ryzak. I recall you saying it'll never be World of Warcraft. It'll never compete with World of Warcraft.
It doesn't. So
wasn't more people?
But that was one day. It was one day. So
hey, guess what? For that day.
So okay, before that day, right? So that's going to erase 17 years of history for World of Warcraft.
Listen, man. You know what they say in wrestling? You're only as good as your last match. So if I beat you yesterday, I'm the man until you beat me again.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll go pull up some numbers right now. Let's see if there's more people playing World of Warcraft today.
Pull them up. Pull them up, Ryzak, because I'm pulling your bluff.
All right, then.
So New World is king.
But you make a good point. Everybody is playing New World, but
today,
what's going to happen in a month? The next game will come out. Everybody will be on that, and how many people will keep playing New World? Right? It just happens to be the new flavor of the month. That's the October game.
And please believe me, it's not me hating on New World, right? Even though I don't want to play it, even though it's not for me, you know, they're doing a fantastic job. They've had an insanely successful launch. Okay? But to compare something that's a couple weeks old to something that's been around for 17 years because there's a few more people playing it today, it's kind of silly.
Well, not really.
Yeah,
listen, Ryzak, at the end of the day, certain things get outdated. We got to keep moving forward. That's when people drive me crazy with the old games. Oh, this game was amazing back in 1988. Bro, that game is old as hell now. The graphics suck. The gameplay is choppy. Let's go. Where the new game at?
Games in the 80s, nothing will beat those.
If let's say, I'll just use a number. Say 100,000 people were playing World of Warcraft the day before New World was released, right? And then the next day you see that number drops to 20,000 and there's 120,000 people playing New World. That means that World of Warcraft isn't successful anymore?
No, I'm not saying it's successful, but I am. What I will say is there's come a point at what? Oh, just surprise me. Okay. There comes a point in time where something does take over. I mean, it just is what it is. Now, there's some people that put a lot of blood, sweat, and tear into the whole thing, and they don't want to let it go. But that's only in their head. Because, let me get ginger ale.
I just think that, to put down a game that has been insanely relevant for the better part of 17 years for a couple of weeks of a brand new hyped game. Everybody's going to go for the new shiny toy.
Listen,
how many people are going to go back?
Nobody's putting it down. But if there's a new king of the throne, there's a new king of the throne. You just don't want to accept it.
You're still not following my point. Thank you, Jeff.
What's your point?
That's not his
My point is you're basing 2 weeks. You're comparing 2 weeks of a game being out to 17 years, Cowboy.
Right,
17 years.
Listen, you got a medal. People loved you at the job, bro. But guess what? Your time is over because we just hired the new kid. Now, the new kid, he makes a fraction of what you made, and you did a great job. You served our company well. But it's time to go, Jack.
There's 800,000 people playing New World on Steam currently. There's 26 million people playing World of Warcraft. I'll let you soak those numbers in.
All right, thanks.
Maybe they're not playing it right now, but that's current subscriptions on World of Warcraft. 26 million at $13 a month.
No. Stop. How you gonna do subscriptions? Do players, right? If you subscriptions, if it's been out for 800 years, you probably got 800 subscribers. If you've been out for 2 weeks,
but if they're not playing,
so it's funny how you can take my argument and spin it the other way when you want.
No, because you started off by how many concurrent players. I thought that was right.
Right, and so what I'm trying to tell you is that you're taking 17 years worth of data on one game, and now you're pushing it to the side, saying, "Oh, well, today there's more people playing New World than there are World of Warcraft."
Yeah, because get this, they probably took all that data, the New World, and was like, oh, we got to have this. We got to make it similar, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? But it probably got some advancement that, I don't know the last time World of Warcraft was updated, but maybe it's just kind of a little old. Remember they did that one update where they allowed you to play it like it was back in the day, for a little bit?
And they put out expansions and stuff. I mean, they do stuff weekly. They do weekly patches and things. Right. I think Maker of Chaos had a comment up there that, Warcraft has been on decline. I mean, I would hope so after 17 years. I would hope so. Again, I'm not bashing New World. New World has had an insanely successful launch, right? But you're grabbing at the big boy, trying to say, oh, there's more people playing this right now. I would hope that there are. Right. If the new shiny toy just got released, I would hope that there are more people playing it than a 17-year-old game.
Here's the thing. That's what you should say. Don't get, again, I'm only messing with you because you said it out your mouth. You was like, it'll never replace it. Maybe to you, right? But you made it like, there's no way this game could become the new king, right? Or the MMO space. You said that. I ain't say it. You did.
Okay. In 17 years, we'll talk. How about that?
No, we don't need to, because if it's more people playing currently, that's all we need to know. That's good enough for me.
I want to know how many people are playing it in 17 years.
That doesn't matter, Ryzak. That's not how it goes, because advancements could happen in one day. A newer game could come out tomorrow.
I could find the biggest day that people played World of Warcraft, and we can compare that day.
But it has to be current. You can't go to 1928.
17 years ago. I can't. Huh? Jeff, what do you always say on Retro Rewind? You have to look at things through the lens of today, right?
No, don't look at it through today's lens.
Don't look at things at the lens of today. You can't compare 2004, what was big and popular. That we didn't have everything that we have now, right? Mm-hmm. So the impact that it made for the past 17 years.
Hold on. This is what you're doing that's wrong. When Jeff bring up retro games, those games are one and done. So we could go and say, okay, well, Mario Part 3 came out. I remember that. That was a big, Mario 3 was so popular, it was big. But that game isn't what's called live service. You know what is a live service? World of Warcraft. That means World of Warcraft is current today and New World is current today. That means they're running side by side. Now, if Jeff said his favorite game was Mario 3, my favorite game is Prototype. Mario 3 sold more than Prototype. That's all we got to compare on. Cool, because they both
disagree only because it's only going to be current and new to somebody that hasn't played it before. Somebody that's been playing it for 17 years has been playing the same thing for 17 years.
And listen, and you could be like, dude, I played a game for 17 years. It was amazing. Mm-hmm. And the question would be, oh, man, that's cool. Like, how great are they doing now? I mean, it's still a good game. It's on the decline a little bit because it's been out for a while. Okay, cool. I heard about this new game called New World. Yeah, I heard that everybody's talking about it now. Like, oh, that's like the game right now. Yeah, it is.
So what you need to know is you need to know how many people were playing World of Warcraft when the latest expansion was released compared to how many people were playing New World when it was released. That's the comparison.
Why? No, because
that's the last time that the game changed.
That's the last time it got a boost. So that's the last time the game changed. Because whenever they add something new like that, you're gonna get a surge. Just like Marvel Avengers when they added.
Not just say that about New World. It's the new thing. You just added something new.
Yeah, it itself is the new thing, not something they added in the game, right?
I'm just saying they will do their own expansions too.
Oh, they will, and then they'll get an influx of people. I'm just saying
they'll get a boost when that comes.
They will, but I'm just saying is don't. It's okay for the 17-year-old game to have a new competitor in the arena, and maybe
totally agree.
You know,
totally agree.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't
disagree. I'm not sliding New World. I'm not sliding New World arm.
I mean, a couple weeks ago.
Okay, so I said that it's not going to be better than World of Warcraft. Did I give you a specific for what I said, or did I just generalize that? Because my generalization
is not going to take over. You were like, I've been playing MMOs. It's not going to take over. It's not going to be a game like that. I mean, I don't care at all. So I was just like, I don't really know on the subject. But I would have been like, you're probably right. I probably agreed with you because for me, World of Warcraft. You're not going to
agree with me, but I'm just going to say this one last time. World of Warcraft has been a game at the top of the list for 17 years. When New World is still around for 17 years, we can have that conversation.
We can. You know what I'm going to say? World of Warcraft was on top of the list for 17 years until today.
It wasn't on top for 17 years when you look at a specific day that something was released. Hell, ESO came out. Elder Scrolls Online came out, and there were probably more people playing that for one day that you could pick out of that calendar year. But when you look at the whole of 17 years, World of Warcraft has dominated. And that's my point. New World is having a fantastic launch. I'm not slighting New World's launch. It is fantastic for them. It's great. And I hope that they can take lessons from all of the other people that have done things wrong and the people that have done things right. And they can have a wonderful game. But let me ask you this. New World's so great. Why doesn't Luna have it and GFN does?
Well, we're about to get into that now if you're ready.
That's why I segued.
Here's the crazy thing, man. If this was Stadia, oh no, it's over. How you got a company that develop games and you have yet to put how you got a game studio that has yet to put a game on their gaming platform and then put that game on another platform? Bro, can we talk about this?
Ninja Guy has a comment down there. The only thing that I would say, Ninja Guy, is that 2004 is different than 2021. There's a lot more people that are gaming. There's a lot more people that have hardware that can run these things. So, I mean, anybody can make a comparison and twist it however they want. But 2004 ain't 2021. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, let's get off of that dead. Let's get off of that dead game that died when New World came out anyway. So, oh man, good times. Jeff, why so serious?
Apparently, Ray knows the answer.
You got the scoop on Luna and GFN. What's the scoop then?
Apparently, Ray knows the answer.
Or is Ray gonna do one of those things? I know stuff, but I can't say nothing. Then shut the hell up. Then I can't stand when people do that. I'm not allowed to say, but trust me, it's amazing. Well, first of all, I'm just gonna say you're a liar. Because if you can't talk about it, you should have just kept it zip. I got the right to say it.
And let me just say it, because I finally found it. 800,000 people playing New World, 2.2 million playing Worldcraft.
Goodbye. Thanks for coming.
I don't believe him.
Thanks for coming.
He got to share that on the screen.
Thanks for coming. To answer to your question, is they're a big company. There are lots of departments. There are lots of moving parts. That's why. You can't just say because Amazon owns a gaming studio and they own Luna, that one should be the other. It doesn't work that way in a big company. A big, diverse company like Amazon.
So let me say this. If Google had Stadia Games and Entertainment and they made a game and it went on PlayStation or PS Now and not to Stadia, oh, man. Can we agree?
Yes.
All hell would have broke loose.
Of course, but people don't understand business. I've said this on this show and other shows. People don't understand business. They don't understand how shit works. I still see people tweeting dormant accounts going, can you bring your game to Stadia? And when I have the energy, which I've not have, I send them a link to the support page going, here you go. That's how you do it. Don't tweet a dormant account. People don't understand. They think Twitter is some magic thing. He broke his mic. He broke his mic.
Can you hear me?
Wow.
He broke his mic.
That's what you get.
That is what I get. I just got excited there. I felt like I was being attacked.
Hold on, I don't believe you until I see it. You could have just looked off screen and just said it, just to say it.
There you go.
So I consider you in the same boat as Ray. You're both liars.
2.2 million people estimated to be playing per day this month. World of Warcraft ranks as the #1 MMO. Okay.
I told you, bro. I said there's no way something's going to overtake World of Warcraft. Y'all don't listen, bro. I said World of Warcraft, bro, they put 17 years in. You think some new fly-by-night show going to take that out?
But, again, sorry to go back. New World's super successful, man. I'm not trying to knock it. I'm not. 800,000 people playing a game that's melting people's GPUs is amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And you got to think about it this way, too. People are paying $13 a month to play World of Warcraft. They might go play New World for a couple of hours because they only had to pay $40 for New World. Right. But then that's their investment. They're coming back over here so they can make sure that their money is working, right? So anyway, I'm done. I'm sorry. Sorry, chat. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm done.
Well, first of all, let's just say kudos. All right, there you go. Hey, Ryzak, listen, bro, that's gotta give you credit, you know, but you should have looked that up in the beginning instead of arguing with no facts. Whatever. What is Ray talking about? He said the president of Amazon Gaming said the game is not ready for Luna. Simple as that. LOL. He wasn't the quality He wanted the quality to be better. I'm not trying to hear that, bro. Because if it was Stadia, no, I mean I get it too. Just like Jeff said, it's business. But it takes any moron to make a post and people run around going on and on and on. But I do get it. But the optics, see, it's always about optics as well, right? We could all probably say that Luna's not doing as good as when everybody was jumping on it and people was like, oh, Luna's going to kill Stadia. Luna's definitely not looking great as far as right now. Like the amount of games they're getting. I mean, the thing is, it's a budget cloud platform. People just have to realize that. If you want Luna to be anything other than a budget cloud platform, it's silly. But people don't look at that. People look at it like Luna could stand alone and be a platform on its own. Like it's going to.
Jeff, share my screen.
Oh.
I said 800,000. It's 1.52 for New World. My bad.
Oh, wow.
My bad. I shouldn't have just taken the Google search. I should have actually gone to this website. But there you go.
This sounds like an episode of Game Over. Oh, my bad.
My bad. Yep, my bad. All right, there we go.
So
I feel like I've righted the ship.
All right, so who got more?
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I heard that. New World. Nice. So okay, so what are you saying?
I use GFN because if there's a couple of games, I only own a few games on Steam, and if they're on GFN, I don't have to download them. That's why I'm going to do it.
Right, that's cool.
And I got the whatever the top tier for free because it came with my laptop.
So I don't want to get into that just yet because I think it's a very compelling, right? If you guys agree, like let's fully flesh out this Luna thing before we move on. I just want to
I think it is a miss for them to have not been able to pull this off, but I don't think it's the end of the world for them because now you have everybody getting a taste of what that game is, and a lot of people are getting a taste of what it's going to be like to play that game in the cloud without having to own local hardware. So when it is eventually able to be played through Luna, that's just going to be a great selling point for them. By then, they'll have had some traction with it. They'll have a little bit more invested into it, and they may be able to offer it as part of their Luna Plus channel, which is going to be a huge selling point. And you and I have talked about that before, right? So is it disappointing? I think so. But is it the end of the world? I don't think so.
Not at all. It's a missed opportunity.
Yes.
I feel like they know when they potentially, because you never know what your game's going to do until it's actually doing good, right? To be fair. But
I think
feel
most
like
people that play MMOs on computer anyway are going to play it with mouse and keyboard. So for those that are going to play it casually with the controller, I understand why they're concerned about the controller, being right and everything. Look, it's difficult to make MMOs and RPGs work with the controller. I remember when ESO came out, that was one of the big conversations that they had because they had to figure out how to make the controller feel like you were playing on a mouse and keyboard. Right. And they had to use hotkeys and they had to use things of that nature with the triggers. It's difficult because I think historically, and this is me thinking, I don't have data on this, but I think historically, most people have played MMOs on the computer. Most people have played those larger scaled RPGs through the computer with keyboard and mouse. It wasn't until the consoles really started pushing out the Elder Scrolls, the Mass Effects, things of that nature, that you started to see more people playing with controllers. So it's cool that they're trying to wait for that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's cool. They need to do a better job at letting people know it is separate because it just looks like Amazon owns Luna and Amazon has a cloud-based gaming company and Amazon has a game-making studio and they're not making their games on their cloud-based gaming platform. It's like, wait, what? But like Jeff would say, it's a business. They able to do, like, I could drink this soda and hold my controller in my hand, right? So this could be Luna, right? And this could be Amazon Games. It doesn't mean that it has to be together, But the optics is strange because it's almost like a slap in the face. So I'm invested in this, but that's never going to come to this. but it's under the same umbrella.
It's only because it's Amazon Games. If it wasn't Amazon Games, it wouldn't be a big deal.
It wouldn't, but it is.
But because their name is tied to it.
The other reason is everybody needs content, and putting out hate content drives traffic.
Oh yeah, but here's the cool thing. You see how we briefly got into the Luna? Bro, you'll watch some other shows, they go on and on and on about killing Stadia. Like, we brought up Luna, we was we was objective, it was subjective, we talked about it, we had some little fun with, what's better.
We did the couch co-op on this stream one night.
We did, yeah.
I thought it played well. I think you thought it played well too. I mean, it's not, again, it's to each their own. It's to each their own when it comes to these platforms. And you have the cloud gaming elite, the people that can own a PS5 and an Xbox Series X and pay for GFN and pay for Stadia Pro and pay for Luna, that are sitting there telling you, oh, you should play everywhere. Gaming is for everyone. You're missing out on everything. You should be able to spend thousands of dollars and buy. Fuck you. Sorry, I don't mean to put any of you down that are watching this, but not everybody has that ability. It's great that you do. Some people like to just stick to one thing. Some people are happy with just one thing. Look at Cowboy, I got to be honest. I let my Game Pass expire, and I'm really hating it right now because I really want to play Back 4 Blood. Right. I really want to. So I'm probably going to go ahead and subscribe back to that. To each their own. Yeah. Everybody telling everybody what the hell they should do and what they should like. And you all are so foolish.
You know what I watch? I watch people listen to those type of people, and then they buy consoles. They literally, because they want to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak, right? Yeah. Oh, you got an Xbox, now I want an Xbox, but I'm a PlayStation guy, and I was always satisfied with PlayStation, but I watch you get an Xbox, and you have a PlayStation. It's like, I don't need to do it. I can. Bro, I'm telling you, I could get a PlayStation 5. I get an Xbox Series X. But for what, right? Everybody, I love, Ace used to say use case, right? My use case is I barely play games. So why the F would I have all these consoles? Now, I used to. I literally gave away my Xbox One. I let my friend have it because he got out of jail. He didn't have a system. I said, bro, you can have it. He used to be an Xbox guy. I got two PlayStations, one in the living room under my 70-inch 4K TV that I don't even watch, don't even play nothing with, and one in here. And my wife plays Stadia on our TV and not the PlayStation. Right. The ease of use. I don't know.
Maker says he thinks it's easily possible. Oh, you're talking about Ray? How we don't play games anyway. You play Marvel Avengers.
Yeah. I mean,
Maker says it's easily possible to try several services due to the barrier to entry costs getting lower, and that's cool. But then it becomes time. Like, who has the time to play all this stuff? I don't.
Yeah, man.
I got stuff I got to do. So
now here's what's important now. Here's what's another part. I'm big on ecosystem, right? So if I got my PlayStation, and I got my Xbox, and I got my Stadia, and I got my GeForce Now, and I got my Luna. So if I was a single player guy, then that's a single player guy's dream. Maybe all of that together a month, maybe $75. I don't know, right? And if I just want to play individual games, cool. But I'm a multiplayer guy. My use case is like Riders Republic, bro. Now you're gonna see me playing some stuff other than Marvel Avengers because I've been waiting for that. I've been waiting for a racing game. I also want a flying game. So when the Chorus come out, I'm probably going to get that, or I might get a Falconeer. I don't know. Although I feel like Falconeer might go to Pro. But either way, you guys are going to see me play some more games coming up at some point, So
Maker, for me, I've tried every single service, so I can definitely say that I checked that box there.
Right. But then for me, if I want to play, I want to play with the people who play on Stadia. I don't want to go to GFN because then I got to find who's playing on GFN. And then I might meet some really cool people and then be like...
Well, right now, half of your list that plays Stadia is playing GFN, so you wouldn't have a hard time finding people to play with.
Yeah, right?
Seriously. I mean, and it's not a knock. I mean, there's a lot of people that are playing across all these platforms. I mean, there's a lot of people that are playing on xCloud. When you played xCloud, we were able to get in and play with people, Right. So you can't play with anybody on Luna, though, because they don't have multiplayer.
That is
Unless
crazy.
It's couch co-op.
Bro, that's another missed opportunity. That right there would be the nail in the coffin for me.
But what everybody says Luna did well is that they said that they're a beta, right? Maybe we'd be having a different conversation of Stadia if they said that they were a beta. So
yeah, definitely. And here's why I gotta give credit to Luna. Bro, it's $5.99.
Right?
$5.99 a
Not
month.
a bad deal.
Like, come on.
Not
now.
a bad deal.
Come on. If you complain over Luna, first of all,
not a bad deal.
I don't want to knock, but Luna could never be my main platform, right? Because first they're on multiplayer. But it's like, dude, Luna's it's $5.99. Who's complaining? Like, what do you want? What you want? The AAA games for $5.99? No, you're not gonna get that.
That says he'll play Rocket League with me with his 1440, 120 FPS. I mean, that's cool. I play Rocket League on my computer, so that's great.
So you want to and get into that now? That's the last thing I got on my list. Unless you guys want to throw something else in there. But what Vet is talking about is the big news. Mm-hmm. You want to talk about that now, Jeff?
Sure, go for it. Go for it.
Huge.
Okay, so we're gonna get into it. So I actually made it. It was for me. It was compelling enough that I ran to my car on my lunch break and made a video on my lunch break in my car.
Of course you do.
When do you not?
So I made a video, and guys, check it out. Shameless plug. Check out my video. It's called Trash Talk 101. Something like cloud gaming. Just put consoles on blast. Something I don't know. But anyway, I will say this. That's pretty compelling, right? I'm not going to get into the price just yet. But let's dissect this thing. So GeForce Now, starting next month at some point, they're going to add their high tier, and you're going to be able to utilize 3080s, okay? The 3080 and what's in that is going to be they got 35 teraflops. It's 3 times more powerful than an Xbox Series X. Now, that's not saying a game developer is just all of a sudden going to make games for a game for GFN. So we could get hyped up, but it's not like you're going to play a game. Like he said, I could play Rocket League, but that's not going to stop you from playing Rocket League.
I don't need to pay $5.99 a month to play Rocket League, or $7.99, $12.99, whatever the hell it is, because
no. It's going to be $90. It's going to be $100 every 6 months.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So let me say this before we go any further. I am the worst person to try to talk to about GFN because it's not going to be for me, right? Like the 3 minutes it took me to do my Rocket League update the other day is fine for me. Like it's really like the only game that I play. They make fun of you for playing Avengers. I really only ever play Rocket League. So I don't need a service to be able to play it when I have it locally on my computer and it runs just fine. So I am going to be very subjective here and not objective because it is not for me. I don't have a big PC library.
But do this. Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Give me the reasons why it's not for you.
Well, I don't have a big PC library. I was an Xbox gamer until Stadia came out. So most of my games are still lodged into my Xbox, right? And the games that I do have on my computer are some of the ones that I've been able to claim for free through Steam and GeForce Now. Now, my son, on the other hand, has a ton of games through his Steam library. Would probably make sense for him if he cared about cloud gaming, but he's 13 and he thinks it's a joke. So,
but take the guy who has no games, period, right? Why not pay $100 for 6 months and have the power of a 3080? Have the power 3 times the power of an Xbox X. So then if you do say, let's say you wasn't into gaming for a long time and now you're into gaming, why not say, you know what? I could get my games on GFN and they're going to look, because they said the baseline is going to be 120 frames per second and 1440p, right? Now, if you play on the NVIDIA Shield, you could get 120 and 4K, right? So why not would a guy who just want to play in the cloud not say, well, that's going to be the highest fidelity of cloud gaming, period. We're going to, I'm going to get to $100 for 6 months. But, so
I was talking to him at work today. He has a PS5. He's a PlayStation gamer. He only plays racing games and sports games, and he plays Call of Duty and some of the shooter games, right? So that's his genre. He's not an RPG guy. He's not an indie guy. Like that's what he plays. That's what he likes. He was willing to spend $600 on his PS5 to go and make that happen. He plays on his computer. He plays on his TV. He doesn't have a computer to play games on. And so I was telling him about, this news that came out today, and we were kind of breaking it down. I said, well, look, it's $200 a year for you to be able to have, elite hardware that you don't even have to own as somebody that doesn't own a computer. And he was like, so let me get this straight. $200 a year. My PlayStation was $600, so I basically get 3 years worth of those games instead of my PlayStation, right? And then he asked the question. He was like, "Well, do you think there'll be another PlayStation coming afterwards? Do you think it'll last longer than 3 years?" You know, for him, it was clicking. He was like, "Okay, yep, this might be about on par with my PS5 and this and that, but I only play on my TV, so for me, it doesn't make sense." And that is why I always bring back up that point, to each their own. You're going to have different types of gamers. You're going to have people that like different things. And I hear a lot of times people saying about this Stadia community, how, you know, they'll always come to its defense, and they'll always, well, now the same stuff is starting to happen with GFN, where now GFN can do no wrong, and everybody's all hopped up about GFN. Look, whatever works for you is what works for you. You can't expect that what you find to work is going to work for everybody. And I do understand trying all the services, and I do understand trying to get out there and get a little bit of experience with everything. But again, at the end of the day, it's not going to work for everybody. But those that it does, it's going to be fantastic, man. You can't. I think Maker just put a comment in there. You can't find 3080s right now. Do you know how long it took me to find my son a 3060 Ti? It took me forever to find him a 3060 Ti. Like, GPUs are, and then if you do find them, you're paying scalpers rates for everything, right? So this is a huge win for them, for the people that are really looking to capture, you know, and take that CPU library, or somebody that wants to get into CPU gaming that is willing to go ahead and build up that. You talked about ecosystems, right? So somebody that's not a part of that now has the opportunity to buy into that ecosystem. It's a huge win for them. Huge win. But then at the end of the day, it's going to be to each their own. Right. And that should be just okay. So if somebody sits there and they say, "I only want to play Stadia and everything else sucks," well, so be it. You know, because there's people that say the same thing about Luna. There's people that say the same thing about Xbox. There's people that say the same thing about ColecoVision. I mean, you know, there's people that only play pinball. Like, you know, it is what it is. We get so caught up on what everybody likes and what everybody feels everybody else should try. I think it's absolute bullshit, man.
I mean, listen, everything you're saying, I definitely agree. That's more on the what I want to say. That's more on the what's the word I'm looking for? That's on the side of you know, not right or wrong, but you know, that's
opinion.
You know, that's what'd you say?
Opinion.
No, I mean, it's a fact. Well, it is your opinion, but I mean, it all makes sense. Who could argue that? Where I want to go with this, right, is I'm going to bring up the money part, right? And Jeff, I hope you're ready to hit us with something. But while you're in that hotel room,
I told you he's probably got a hooker over there on the bed.
He probably got strippers coming, man.
He keeps turning that camera more and more to the window.
I know he's probably look. Hey, look, Raza. He's like, "Baby, I'm coming." Just
no, he's just trying to make sure he can see the cops when they come look in the window.
Right. Here's my thing.
The second floor or the first floor, Jeff?
So I hear.
Okay, good.
Oh, there you go.
Man. That was smart. You can sit down on them; they can't see in on you.
Exactly.
He got the elevated position.
Exactly.
Can never beat the elevated position. Here's my thing.
She's in the bathtub harvesting the orchids.
Let me jump in here with the money thing. So let's go with your guy, right? And I don't know why he kept saying 600, but maybe he's adding in a controller in the game or something. I don't know, because the PlayStation is 500. But or you get a PlayStation for 400. So here's the thing, right? Bruce said 1080, 60 frames per second, still kicking it. Yeah. Here's the thing.
Hey, that has a good comment up there too, and he says, agreeing with Ray. You know, this is a high-end tier for the select hardcore gamers that want access to 120 FPS. 120 FPS is blowing everything away right now, right? But it's also the same argument that a lot of people made for Stadia. You're putting it behind a paywall. It wasn't okay when Stadia was saying that you had to pay $9.99 a month to get access up to 4K. But now all of a sudden it is, so you can get 120 FPS. So that's I think that's kind of where I'm going, man. Yes, you're absolutely right. It is for a high-end tier for the hardcore gamer, but you know, it's funny how, you know.
Well, so let me get into this real quick. So somebody pays $500 for a PlayStation, right? So then you say, okay, well, I'll play $200, right, a year for this. But then in like 2 years, you pay $400. Like, all right, let's say this. All right, perfect example. I could pay $400 for a PlayStation 5 that's digital, okay? Close to cloud gaming because there's no disc, right? And you could pay $200 a year for your 3080, right? And then in 2 years, we would have spent the same amount of money. Then in the third year, you would have spent $200 more than me. And then in the fourth year, you would have spent $400 more than me. Now, here's the thing. You can say, yes, but my games are going to look a lot better. Here's my only issue. If you're not going to have a game that I can't play, that's going to be made for that fidelity, then it's almost like a losing battle. Because eventually you're going to spend more money than me, and you're just still going to get the same games that I'm getting. Unless there's a developer that's going to make a specific game that you, because what's going to make it special besides, okay, it's at 120 and 1440, but it's the same game I'm playing. And a lot of stuff on PlayStation anyway is at, you know, some stuff is 4K or 60 anyway, right? So you're going to play it a little bit better, but it's going to be the same game. So I guess, you know, when you look at it that way, it's kind of interesting though, you know, money wise.
I mean, I'm looking right now. I just did a quick search on the GeForce RTX 3080 Ti. I mean, you can get one right now anywhere between, depending on who's selling it, $1,699 and $2,000. So if you look at just the price of that graphics card, you can pay for that upper tier for 9 years.
Right.
That's a win.
And then I'm pretty sure before 9 years happen, they're going to have a more powerful one, and they're probably just going to upgrade you to that.
I mean, there'll always be something more powerful, but that graphics card is going to be relevant for a long time.
Right.
Long time.
No,
and
I
saw Bruce just said he's got his RTX 2070 Super. That's a hell of a graphics card too. So I'm not quite on his level. I only got a 2060, but you know, it does just fine for what I need it to do.
Yeah, I don't download things, so it doesn't.
Plays your Rocket League just fine.
Plays my Rocket League just fine. So
Jeff, jump in there, man. Come on, stop paying attention to the woman to your left of you. Just
what is she? Hey, Jeff, what is she wearing? Just so that if anybody asks me, I can say that I don't know what they're talking about. Does she have that purple sequin dress on?
You know what? Play where you want. Like I said, I play GFN when it's convenient for me and I don't have to download something.
You play Fortnite.
So if I wanted to fire up a little, Fortnite. I do it.
Right, Ninja Guy.
Right.
He said $16.99 sick face.
There you go.
It's right. Gross.
So just stop the fighting. Just play where you want. Do what you want. If you know people are paying you to go play GFN, awesome. Go play it, stream it, do whatever you want. Whatever makes people happy. Why can't we just be happy? Why do we always have to criticize everything?
Well, there's a lot of people that
and I know
and then everybody else gets lumped into it.
I know. We need to make content. We need to have views. We need to have eyes. We need. We know.
Yeah, but let me say this, Jeff. Let me say this. I'll say this, right?
They are not.
There are people who are watching us, right? And they're watching for entertainment. Some people are watching to get educated, so they probably should turn away right now. Because
I can't imagine they would watch to be educated.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody comes to the show to be educated.
Well, so or informed. Okay, maybe some people said, "Oh, I didn't hear the news today, but no Yes Men is on." They're probably going to talk about it, right? But there's a lot of people who like entertainment, so I feel like, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with saying, listen. You know, talking about the money. I mean, because we could all just say, play where you want. And then we just end the show.
And, you know, Maker of Chaos spent $1,200 on his GPU. Awesome. I'm trying to figure out if I can spend $80 on Riders Republic or if I should get the $20 a month, the Ubi Plus. I haven't figured out which way to go yet.
Yeah. No, man. But again, you know, it's all about choice, right? I mean, there's so many choices out there for everybody. If you're a hardcore gamer and you're a hardcore CPU gamer, that's a hobby for you almost in upgrading your CPU. You know, just like a car. You know, people that love cars, they love to add things to their cars. They're always upgrading the engine or the interior, or the wheels or whatever. And You know, people you might spend $10,000 to get the car. You might put $30,000 worth of parts into it.
Right.
I mean, it's just the way it is. So it's again, it goes back to what we've been saying for a while, to each their own. Everybody's going to have a different taste. Everybody's going to have a different preference. For those of you that can play across multiple platforms, fantastic. For those of you that can play on one platform, fantastic. Like, you know, there's so much negativity out there with just everything in the world. People come to play games and watch content and things to kind of get away from real life and be informed, like you said, Cowboy, or be entertained. And here lately, it's like a big dick measuring contest all the time. Like,
bro, it's gaming. Gaming has always been like that. The people drive me crazy. That'd be like, the gaming was never like that for me. I'm like, well, where'd you live at? Because I was talking about how better Genesis was, or the Sega Master System was from the first Nintendo on the school bus.
I like those people that just play, and you know, I told you guys from the get-go. Jeff gets mad at me because I don't know who all of these people are that are these like.
Oh yeah,
Jeff,
the big YouTubers.
10 knives or some shit like that. 10, isn't that what it is?
100 Thieves.
Oh, 100 Thieves. My bad. Like, I don't know who these people are, man, because I didn't watch anybody. I mean, I knew who Ninja was, right?
Right.
Like, who doesn't know who that blue hair cornball is? And I think I knew who Pokimane was just because, I mean,
I don't know who that is.
You know what Pokimane is? All right. Well, I mean, but I didn't know any of these other people. Like, I didn't get into gaming to watch other people play games. I got into gaming to play games. And it used to drive me crazy that my son would sit there and I'd walk in his room, he'd be watching somebody play a game on YouTube. I'm like, bro, you just play it right there. He's like, yeah, but you know, I'm trying to see what they're doing to get better. And it's like, gaming for me was about challenging myself. Gaming for me was about trying to figure it out. And you know, a lot of my friends would go and get the cheat books or the guides and this and that. And it was just never me. So
I still do that.
Do you? So when I started doing this, I kind of laughed at myself when I told you guys that I wanted to do this and you accepted me in, because my son looked at me and he was like, yeah, who's watching people now? And I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. Here we go, right? But, you know, it's too much time spent just doing things that don't mean anything, talking about things that don't mean anything.
Here's the thing. Let's be honest.
Circles, man.
Certain people aren't built for certain things. Let's just be honest. Certain people have a shorter.
If that's what your choice is, Ninja, go right ahead. You know, I appreciate that you're here, and I've told people this for a long time. Cowboy has said this too. Actually, Cowboy's really big for saying this. His first number one rule is that he wants to make things that are entertaining for himself. Whether there's one person in here watching or whether there's 20 people in here watching, I enjoy coming in here and talking with these guys. And if you guys find any entertainment value out of it, then fantastic. But I'm not getting paid to do this. Hell, I had to rush home from work today to get on the show. And then, you know, right before we went live, I got a call for work and my phone's already gone off 4 times with emails and text messages. So this has become an entertainment for me. It's become a hobby for me. Is now the time?
No.
Okay.
No, we're definitely not telling you guys to stop watching No Yes Men. But I was just pretty much saying that people, like, I'm not gonna lie, man. You know, a little saucy stuff. Listen, I'm kind of in. You got me a little bit, like wrestling. My wife and I, we diehard wrestling fans. But when we watch wrestling and they're having matches, unless it's two really people that are like, oh, they never had a match before. If it's two people that had a match, sometimes I'm just kind of like on my phone, texting. I'm watching people on YouTube, comment on YouTube videos. I like that when they start speaking, I'm like, oh, I pause whatever I'm doing because I want to hear, you know, it's like a male soap opera. So for me, I love the goody stuff too, but I do like a little bit of edgy stuff. That's why most of the stuff I do, I'm always talking about balls, right? Because I know there's people out there that kind of like that, and I personally, I watch wrestling all the time. And I love the heel and the good guy, so I want to throw on my cowboy hat and, you know, sauce it up.
My guy at work today was watching Tim the Tap Man, and Tim the Tap Man was live streaming himself watching some video of somebody like buttering a cake or something. Like, seriously, bro, you're wasting your lunch break right now watching some dude watching somebody else put icing on a cake. That was entertaining to him.
Yeah.
So to each their own, man. Like, you know, each their own. I'd love to find out what well, never mind. I won't say that. That's X-rated. I won't say that.
Yeah, Eli's not Egypt Mixon is not on here for you to, get into the Ryzak late night mode, okay?
Yeah. No, I think
all right, so listen.
Everybody got dark secrets. Let's just keep it real.
Are we done with the GFN thing then? Yeah, that's it. You guys suck, man. I wanted to get into that saucy, like, oh, well, the price of it, and if you think about it, and oh, well, well, if they want to pay.
Isn't that your other show where you get into all that, your 18-hour stream where you bring in all these other non-video people?
Look, I gave you a little bit. I told you that if it's locked behind a paywall and you didn't pick up on it and keep going with it.
No, that's cool, though, because I never looked at it that way. Because that's real. So when people publicize it now,
it's extremely upgraded what you're paying for, right?
Right.
But it's still the same thing. It's still the same art.
So let me ask you this then, because this is something I wanted to ask last week and I didn't. Would you be willing to pay Stadia to play online? This is my question. You know how Stadia, I think what was cool was my guy Ray Stone, aka Goon Squad, right? He was like, so is man, look like y'all guys have a lot of fun on the Marvel Avengers. Said, it's a cool game, man. He said, is it crossplay? I'll buy it on my PlayStation. He's a PlayStation guy. I said, no, it's not. I said, but dude, it's like $20 on sale. I said, the cool thing with Stadia is, it's not like when you buy a game on PlayStation or Xbox, you feel like now you belong to that platform, right? But I said, Stadia is free all the way around. Dude, you could just buy the game if you just only want to play with us. I only play 1 day a week. You could buy the game just to play on Mondays with me and call it a day because you're not paying for anything else. So reason why I bring this up, I had a guy that challenged me in Tekken. And I was really good at Tekken. I went the Evo, which is the largest fighting game tournament in the world. When it was over, it came over to the East Coast one year. We drove to Evo, blah, 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 right? So when he said that, I was like, I never back down from a challenge. You bring up Tekken, we could go right now. And he's a PlayStation guy, and I was a PlayStation guy. And I was like, oh, wait, I canceled my PlayStation Plus. And that means I'm going to have to pay to play him online because it's not free to play online. I'm like, I'm not paying to play some guy in a couple rounds of Tekken. So it made you think like, man, that is a pretty cool benefit of Stadia. Now, people say, well, 4K is locked behind a paywall. So my question is this. What if they was charging you to play online?
I wouldn't play.
Like it, is that okay? Because I'll say this. I feel like we're getting better.
If Stadia had come out and said that you would have had to have had like the Stadia Pro in order to play games, right?
Right.
I would have just stayed with Xbox. I already had that. And I'm still sitting here mostly playing Stadia on my TV or my computer, which is exactly where I would have been playing my Xbox anyway. I do play it on mobile from time to time when we go places and stuff, but I don't play for long periods of time. It's like a quick just hop in and kill some time kind of thing, Mm-hmm. But now with Game Pass, I could have done that anyway. So my answer to your question is no. If it wasn't a free service that I could just buy games for,
right?
That would not have gotten me to try it. Now I've gotten to like it a lot more since we got into it, right?
Right.
But I wouldn't have even probably tried it if not. And that same guy I was talking to at work today, I told him I'm always trying to sell Stadia. I am, because I want people to come play with me. And so I told him about Riders Republic today. And I said, look, man, you got a Gmail, then you have Stadia. Go home, just go to the website, put in your Gmail, sign up. Now you've got an account. You can go over there and you can click on that Riders Republic button and you can play for 4 hours without having to pay a dime and try it.
Right.
But if it was, he had to sign up for a service, I couldn't have sold it to him like that.
Now, here's what I think, though, because remember, PlayStation 3 was free to play online, but Xbox 360 wasn't. And then both of them said, now they're going to do that. So I feel like if Stadia cost money to play online, I would have been so used to it. I'd be like, okay, whatever. But I will say this. It's kind of cool that it doesn't cost to play online because I could just cancel my Pro right now and I'm just playing Stadia with whatever games I had, and it'd be pretty cool. You know, I wouldn't spend any money a month, and I could still play with my friends. So I think people should really, when they knock because everybody has a paywall for something, right? So when you look at GFN now, because I'm tying it all in, it's like, damn, that's a pretty steep paywall when you think about it.
That's not true.
Okay.
Because you don't have to have the paywall for Stadia.
No. But what I'm saying is, if you want to play in 1440,
okay, my bad.
Yeah, if you want to play in 1440, and
they're giving you the option.
Right, yeah.
Okay, there's your paywall. Okay, sorry.
The only bad thing I will say with GFN is because their free tier is like a time thing, and you can only play for a certain amount of hours.
A time thing. Nobody ever talks about that. You only get to play for 6 hours.
That's not cool, man.
I mean, and granted, have you sat down and played games for 6 hours recently?
Well, when Black Panther came out,
one day, that was one thing.
Our boy Squids has done it.
Yeah,
he has. But for that hardcore gamer, those people that are paying $200, this is what I don't know. I'm actually putting this question out there in case anybody does. I know Ray and them might have some more insight on this. Right. But when you pay for that new now 120 FPS and all, are you still maxed out at the 6 hour time limit, or is it unlimited?
I would think it would have.
I don't even know if that. Man, I've been searching too much about World of Warcraft. My fingers hurt.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's something to look up. Right? That just has to be. It has to be included, right? Unlimited. Because if it's not, that's like the deal breaker of all deal breakers you ever heard of in your whole entire life.
8 hours. Ray said it's 8 hours. I knew Ray would know.
It is 8 hours. What?
You're gonna pay $200 a month, and you can only play for 8 hours a day. Now, granted, 8 hours is a long ass time. Like, I don't play games for 8 hours a day.
Yeah, 8 hour sessions.
But if somebody is like a hardcore, like this is their job and they're streaming, 12 hours a day.
Listen,
I look at my guy, not my guy, but I look at Ninja, right? I remember watching an interview with Ninja. He said if he goes to the bathroom, he loses money. So he is always online. He ain't playing Fortnite on GF.
If you went 2 years ago when I was diehard Destiny, and that was just my I was just, dude, that wouldn't work for me.
I would say most people it works for. I would say most people do not play 8 hours of games in a day, but there are those that don't. So those
but you know what's funny though? So I'm about to get on Vet real quick. This is kind of crazy. Imagine he want to do a 14-hour stream one day, right? He want to do a 14-hour stream for charity or whatever, right? Or my birthday stream all day. It's gonna be like, oh damn, I gotta stop because I'm limited to 8 hours. That is not cool.
Well, I wonder, could he then go over into the free tier and get an extra hour?
if that game he's playing, he could get on and not be waiting with the viewers for a half an hour.
I don't know. I mean, it is, but everybody's going to have something like that you could point to negatively, right? That is an insane amount of time to play a game in a day. I mean, please don't get me wrong, right? But for those that, if you're a hardcore gamer and you really care about that 1440, 120 FPS, you're probably playing a lot of games.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And now you have a cap. So not that it's a deal breaker, but it is a negative, and it should be pointed out as a negative.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not the biggest negative, but he says, there you go. Okay, thank you, Kel. 8 hour session. So you could play for 8 hours, stop, and then play for another 8 hours. That makes
that ain't bad then.
So that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
You learn something new.
Well, you can't even stream for 8 hours on YouTube without it shutting you down, right? Is it 8 or 12?
So then you'd have to start over anyway.
I think it's 8. I think it's 8. We were talking to somebody. They said it was 8. Where's it 12? I don't know. I didn't even know that was a thing until Cloud, the gaming dad, told us.
God bless somebody that's streaming for more than 8 hours. I did that one day where I went for 12, man. I
did 14 hours, bro, like a champ. I was still awake.
Cloud Gaming did a 24-hour stream. I mean, like,
I was playing Marvel Avengers, so I was locked in. I was like,
I think about like driving like cross country or something, right? Like you sitting there, you're just looking at the road. You're just looking at the road. You're looking at the road, and then you're like, man, I wish somebody was here to talk to me right now. Like, you stream for that long. That's why he had Dave come over to the house. That's why I had Ray pop in.
Right?
You got to have somebody to recharge the batteries. So, no, that's good though. Okay, so that makes total sense.
That's cool. I don't have a problem with that. That's cool. That's cool. Nope. Nope.
Yep.
I mean, I can still say.
Hold on. So Culta Stadia said that Falconeer proved me wrong, that Twitter is a great way. And I didn't say that. What I said was I was disappointed in when they tweet clearly dead accounts.
Yeah.
Right? I have tweeted and I've discorded with other devs, and they've got back to me. Jackie over at Killer Queen Black is a perfect example. I've contacted.
No, she's a rarity, man. Jackie's awesome.
Jeff,
I talked right with the CEO when I encountered a bug, and he said yes, that was a bug, and we fixed it. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is do a little research. And if you see they haven't tweeted since 2017, and yes, the smaller ones are going to pay attention to Twitter, but I see them tweeting huge companies, and that's not how you do it. That was my point. Cult of Stadia.
Can we
illegal,
talk about,
illegal name?
Can we talk about Falconeer Dev real quick? Because I don't know if you guys saw my correspondence through Ninja Guy X's tweet with him. It took him 4 days for Ninja Guy to tell him, for him to find the bug, for him to implement the fix, to get it to Stadia so that they could put it through their testing process and to make it go live.
Ryzek, didn't we talk about this last week?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
I thought it happened after that.
No.
I'm pretty sure
we talked about it.
I talked about how I
talked a little bit about it, and yeah.
I wanted to know how many days it took, but I think it was Friday when he actually said.
What else did he say?
He
Nothing
said you can't say that for every game, because those bigger companies and the bigger games might not be able to follow that same process, because there's more to porting their games than there was to his. And I fired back, and it was like, it's refreshing though to see that you're somebody that cares so much about your game that you went to great lengths to find, fix, and implement, the bug fix and
the hard thing is though, Ryzek, you know what the thing is though too? Here's the good thing about these big companies. They're huge, right? You can't point the finger at one person.
No.
Not to be funny, but he almost has to.
Yeah.
Because he's one guy. So guess what? If it ain't getting done,
guy that helps him with some stuff. But
listen, if it ain't getting done, you know who ain't doing their job.
True.
So now when you go tweet mother effer, you're tweeting one individual, and it's like, whoa.
And you're right, because with him you have a face, right? With Blizzard you don't have a face.
No.
So like you get mad at Blizzard, but then they fix it, and you forget it. You got a short memory, right? But Falconeer Dev, you're like, I remember that dude with the beard and the long hair that looked like a heavy metal dude, and man, forget that game. But no,
I kind of want to get it, man, but I know that course is coming out, so I'm like,
let me ask you this, because I was going to ask this the other day. You not buying it it's a couple different reasons. I know one is that there's other flying games that are coming out that you might want to play. You already have one on Stadia Pro that you haven't really played, and maybe you go try that one first.
Yeah, I seen it yesterday when I was scrolling through Everspace.
Is there a little bit in the back of your head that's like, dude, I'm gonna buy this, and then it's gonna come out on Stadia Pro?
Well, I said that earlier. Somebody brought up the Falconeer, and I said I think that's gonna be a Stadia Pro, but that wasn't it. So it just came. Well, it's actually been out on Xbox for a minute, but so before. I'm weird, bro. I'm a one and done guy. Yes, I feel so weird if I got 2 flying games, because I like to play the hell out of one thing, right? So I'm the guy that's like, which one? And somebody might be like, buy them both. I'm like, buy them both. That's just not me. Like, the same thing. Oh, you got this service, that service. No, I'm one or the other. Now, when I was younger, I had every console. As I got older, I was like, dude, at the end of the day, gaming is gaming. I mean, how much different is PlayStation and Xbox? So if you really like God of War, get a PlayStation. If you really like Gears of War, get an Xbox. So me, I'm all about which one I want, and that's it. So I love Stadia. Stadia has just about, and I barely play games, so it's perfect. So I want a flying game, but I'm that weird guy. Now, I remember Everspace came out, and I did my because I always do my first looks, right? And that was cool, but it felt a little weird. Way obviously, it's an older game. It's a cheaper game, right? So it's not going to be that new, right? So I'm looking at Falconeer. I'm like, dude, one dude made it. That is cool. I would like to support, but I don't want to be the guy that's like, oh, I'm just doing it. I'm supporting the devs. Listen, bro, that's your job. I didn't tell you to get that job. Now, and also, you're not like the lady who works at a diner where she lives off tips, right?
Right.
I mean, you made this game. You get money from the company. You also, I don't want to get too crazy into it, but I want to buy it because I want to buy it, right? Now, if I already was like, yeah, I want that game, and I heard there's only one dude, oh man, that's cool. But I don't want that to be the reason why I get it. I just don't want to be that guy, right? Because I feel like then it's not fair. That's when people get into bribing people. I mean, look, I'll give you this if you do this. And it's like, all right, like, anyway, but not to get off topic. But yeah, that's the main reason why I didn't get it, because I know Chorus is coming out. Now, Chorus, so this game you're flying, birds and stuff and shooting, whatever, it's a flight game. But Chorus is the spaceship flight game, but it's a newer game. It was the first next-gen game that was stated to come to Stadia. Like a year ago, when they were showing all the new next-gen games, it was the first game that had the Stadia logo. And I was like, look, that's what's saying that Stadia is going to have a Gen 2. So that's why.
Can we talk about Stadia for a little bit? I know we've been kind of talking about Stadia, but I got something I want to ask you guys.
And don't forget, guys, I do got a drama story. I haven't had a drama story in a while, but I got one.
So
I forgot about that.
So
me too.
We got it. Two things real quick. Number one, there was no this week on Stadia, right?
Right.
And it came up today.
Well, it wasn't this week on Stadia. It was just a post, right?
Yeah, it was called. They actually got a name. I didn't know they had a name for that, but two people was arguing over that, and it's called Ready something. Stadia called it something like a little quick thing. But go ahead.
So on Tuesday they said no this week on Stadia. This week, tune back in next week. And everybody was like, "Ooh, well, there's stuff coming out next week, so maybe that's why it's coming out, right?" And then they went ahead and they did put a blog out. It was literally just talking about more games. It says more games
2 games
soon to Stadia, right? So Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is one of them, which is going to be very cool and very popular, hopefully for some people. And then the other one is Mad Streets. Now, have you seen Mad Streets?
Bro, listen, I wanted to give you credit. Never heard of it. One day you hit me up and said, bro, watch the trailer for this game. You probably would like it. And I watched it and you was like, maybe it'll come to Stadia one day. That's when we didn't even know. So I never forgot that game. So when I seen it today, I was like, yo, that's I was going to say it before you said it. Bro, I'm buying it.
And they show a little clip, right? They show a little clip of it. I think in this right here, Jeff. Go right there. Look, he takes the soccer ball and throws it at dude's face. This has you written all over it.
Bro, when you showed me the trailer back when, I was like, oh yeah, that's me. Because
I feel like it's kind of like human fall flat with the physics, because like everything can move, right? But it's obviously cleaner, right? But it's like a fighting game, which is right up your alley. And I would love nothing more than to smash you in the face with a soccer ball.
Bro, and I would love to just slam your head into all type of things.
I don't play fighting games, so this will be fun. But that looks super cool. And then you see right there, it says Mad Rush mode. You build a team and run through a series of fights and objectives where you can unlock each faction's story. There's a one punch mode. There's a rumble.
Now hold on. It is multiplayer online, right?
Yep.
It's not like last time you told me to buy a game.
It is multiplayer.
My hard-earned money.
I will tell you this. It's multiplayer online.
Are you ever gonna let that go?
No, he won't. Just like he's not gonna let go of the fact that I cheated him out of Game Over, or
I let that go. You know why? Because Egypt Mix came on. I feel like I got my full closure that day.
Okay. All right.
I got my full closure. I don't blame any of you guys anymore.
But no, I mean they put this out today. The other thing is why I said this isn't a this week on Stadia is because they don't have anything in here that's mentioned about all of the free play stuff this weekend. You can play Resident Evil 7 for free this weekend. You can play Riders Republic for free this weekend. And then there's one more that I just saw too, Dead by Daylight. You can play Dead by Daylight for free this weekend through Stadia Pro.
Oh, that was last week too.
I think they did it again this weekend. Just, it's Halloween season. So Very cool.
So,
Borderlands 3 was last weekend. Like, that is really cool. But
it was Borderlands 3, sorry.
I'm intrigued reading between the lines of when they said on Tuesday, hey, no this week on Stadia this week, tune in next week, right? Could there be, you know, something else dropped? I mean, we do this every week, right? It's like they have us they have us by the heartstrings, and they're like, oh, there might be something, and then we're gonna come on next week and they're gonna be like, you know, we got DLC for Marvel Avengers, and Cowboy's gonna lose his shit because he don't care about aesthetics.
Well, I pay attention
call them
to
consumables,
DLCs.
or what do you call them? What do you call them?
Oh, you're talking about the cosmetics?
Yeah, there you go. Cosmetics.
Yeah, the outfits, yeah, the skins.
So no, I just wanted to.
I'll say this.
It's how they make their money.
Hold up. I'll say this. No, they took the Fortnite route, which is brilliant. I'll say this though. Who was it last night? I think it was Stadia Pro. I always like to give credit. Somebody wrote me as I was looking at a picture, and they said, I don't buy skins, but I think I'm buying this. Dude, they got a Captain America werewolf. So in one of the comic books, he was a werewolf, and they added that to the game. If it's not more than $7, I'm buying it, which I feel crazy saying that. I want to spend $7 on one skin. Usually, bro, the skins are like $15. That's a bit, but I can't do it.
But you stream it enough, you'll make that money, that $7 in ad revenue.
I don't want to hear that. I'm not streaming to make money. I just happen to make money for streaming. It's a difference. I don't do this to make money. It just comes with the territory.
Anyway,
so I don't want to look at it like that.
I wanted to be able to holler at Mad Streets real quick, and I wanted to see if you remembered that. And you.
Oh, I remember. So, never forgot. Right. Never forgot. Right. When I seen that,
I'm excited for that.
You know what happened? Because I like to call people out. So that idiot. Let me not say that. But my guy Ben. I'm minding my business as I should. I'm busy at work, so finally I get home. And Sandy's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going through all of my notifications because I didn't look at my phone for a while. The phone was dying. I had some.
Ben 10 released today. Sorry.
Yeah. Actually, look, that looks pretty good. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah. You could transform into like 11 different creatures. Anyway, right? So Ben tagged me in MM2K, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not trying to start no S or nothing, but do you guys feel that Stadia was ashamed of the games not only being 30 frames per second? That's why they didn't do it this week on Stadia." I'm reading it like so. The cool thing with me, if you guys want to know, I'm a heat of the moment guy. If I catch that and it's live, oh, we going in. But if I catch something that's hours later,
well,
it's old.
Hey,
I don't got that.
I haven't been on Twitter, Jeff. I need you to share this right here, if you could, please. Let's go ahead. It's time. Here's the Stadia Twitter page. All right. So here is this here. You've got Destiny 2 Festival lots going on. Borderlands 3 right here. I think they're letting you play it a little bit longer. Ben 10 just released 11 minutes ago, guys. 11 minutes ago. New Monopoly game coming to Stadia. Monopoly Madness.
Oh, wow.
12 minutes ago now.
That'll be good for your Thursday night streams.
There you go. And then check this out. Hitman 3 has new DLC coming out called The 7 Deadly Sins. It's 42
Hold on, what page is this?
This is the Stadia Twitter page. This is all happening while we've been on this show, and we didn't even know it.
Damn, I don't even think I'm on the Stadia Twitter page.
And then 9 hours ago, Doom has their new 6.66 update available.
Yeah, that was Crow. I apologize. It was Crow that told me about the outfit, and he said it's $14.
Riders Republic. You know, that's pretty cool. They're dropping stuff even into the night. Usually we don't hear that stuff comes out around noon, right?
Right. That's
cool. It's only 4 o'clock.
It's only 4 o'clock for them. That's right. But there you go, man. New Monopoly game. You got some other stuff going on this week.
Well, that's twice as much as he's willing to pay.
You've got new
he's going to have to do a 9-hour stream where he's yelling at Xbox people in order to pay for that.
I don't know if I could do
it. Or a 9-hour stream of just little boxes on your screen. Should have kicked Crow out since he wasn't.
That's against. Hey, Crow, are you getting it? Listen, if Crow buy it, I'll buy it. All right. We're gonna do it like that. If Crow get it, I'll get it.
Hey, I saw something else. That game that you like, For Honor.
Yeah.
They're doing a crossover with Dead by Daylight, and one of the killers from Dead by Daylight is becoming a playable character in For Honor.
Oh wow!
I think it's cool to see these games mash up. I think.
I love it.
You know, see publishers come together and mash up games.
I feel like that's a missed opportunity for Stadia. I feel like the Stadia community would really like that game, man.
Yep. But you know, as much as mashups are cool, smash ups are even better. And I'm going to segue that for you, Cowboy, because you want to talk drama. And what better way to end the show than to talk about drama?
I feel like it's been a while since I talked some drama, which actually I feel like there haven't been that. You know what's funny? I was just saying to Spectre the other day. Me and Spectre, we was like, I feel like Stadia Bash Community Network is in a good place. We haven't had no crazy drama in a while. I said, even the community. I said, there's not really been any drama. Literally, this was this week. I said, there hasn't been any drama. I said, yeah, you got that undertone of there's a Clown Extreme guys and there's the MM2K guys, and they're not that friendly. But other than that, I think everything's cool. And lo and behold, the next day, I'm minding my business as I should. And my guy Ray comes up in the thing and was like, yo, the world's about to burn down. I said, what the hell are you talking about? Mind you, I was doing a stream at the time. I said, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, right now, some stuff going on.
Can I just point out real quick that for somebody that loves to be like the good guy of the community, Ray always seems to find the juicy.
He does, for real. Dang. Like, yo, he's at the right place I feel like he starts it.
Well, it's because he's on every show except ours.
Well, he's like you, Jeff. He's got 7 TVs in his living room, and he's got somebody on each one, or he's got himself on all 7.
Yeah, but Jeff has a point, though. Ray is on Ray does content with everybody but us.
He does a ton.
Yeah,
he does a ton. You can't take it away from Ray, man. Seriously, as much as I talk about his mama, as much as we joke and we have fun, he's awesome. But I ain't trying to get all nice here because Ray started some drama.
Right. So Ray goes tell me, yo, Cowboy, they going crazy over there on MM2K thing right now. I said, what are you talking about? I was just saying the community is all great and gravy. Right, Zach? Is that $5.99 what?
I don't know what that was about. Was that about Luna? I might have missed something. Was there something on my screen that showed $5.99?
Yeah, I don't know what that's about either, Cole.
Sorry, Cole.
Let us know.
I might not have been paying attention.
Yeah. So Ray tells me that. Yeah, you did. So Ray tells me that MM2K is doing a stream and he's going in. So I'm like, oh, I gotta check this out, right? So, but I was doing. I don't even know what stream I was. Oh, I was on.
You're on
Spectre's show, the clickbait show, which was, dude. He got these cool graphics that come up. I was like, you know what? I want to steal them. I'm like, bro, that was pretty cool. You gotta see it, right? Still don't show his face. So anyway, so I'm like, well, I'm on his show, so I'll have to check it out later. So I get off, and the next day I'm driving to work. I'm like, let me listen to it. Woo! Listen. MM2K was not playing. He said, listen, man, right now, I'm with it. I don't care. And listen, I'm naming names. He said, usually I don't do this. I always tell Project Storm, nah. He said, but today, I'm naming names. I'm pulling up the thing you don't do is the DMs. You never pull up somebody DM conversation. That's between you and that person. You might mention it, but you don't pull it up for the world to see. He said, I'm pulling up DMs. I'm going in. I said, oh, damn. So I'm driving to work. Actually, I drive with one hand. So I'm driving to work with one hand, listening. And he just tells a story about, and the cool thing is he addressed individuals. Oh, you use 2 hands, Jeff?
Yeah, 2 hands. 10 and 3, of course.
Damn.
10 and 3? Right. The hell kind of shit they got you doing in Canada?
Yeah, man.
10 and 2. What'd I say? 10 and 3? 10 and 2.
Yeah, 10 and 3.
2, 3, 4, whatever.
All right. I'll probably do like 9.
I think it's 11 and 1 now, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, well, I'm doing like 9 the whole time, I think. Or maybe 10.
Your daughter's taking, doesn't your daughter take lessons?
That's why I think I remember her saying it's 11 and 1 now, because I think I made the 10 and 2 comment. She was like, what's that? I think she said it's 11 and 1. Anyway, don't matter. All right, keep going.
Anyway, so MM2K, ooh, so he's going in on Hell Monkey. Guys, just so you know, part of this, I know you're like, really, Anthony? But I said, listen, when this show first started, before it started, I gave a warning, right? I put a post out the week before we went live. I said, just so you know, and I tagged the big guys, Sonny, everybody. I tagged them all. Just so you know, you might just be on the new show called No Yes Men. And you know what? If you want to not be on the show, then keep your stuff to yourself. Because it's like TMZ. I'm just minding my business, watching content as I should. And when I see something crazy, I just want to talk about it. And if it wasn't public knowledge, I couldn't talk about it. So please don't get mad at me because I'm just doing my job. It is a job, damn it. This is what happens on No Yes Men. So anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. So MM2K is flipping out on Hell Monkey. He's like, you know what? Apparently, MM2K and them wrote an article about NPD, which is the largest marketing firm for video games in the North America. And so they were saying, which was a cool stream though. He did some cool numbers. I watched that stream. How if you go through all the cloud gaming platforms, PlayStation, Stadia has hit their target mark higher with the type with certain with AAA games, right? Than Luna, than any of them, right? And xCloud was like 0 on the list for all the time, right? And then what? Blah blah blah. So anyway, oh, that's BS, blah blah blah. So apparently they had to talk about it, bro. How is it? Blah blah blah. And so he got pissed off. He's like, this dude is always coming at me and coming at our brand, you know, at the PST brand. So he's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not taking it. So apparently he did some other 3-hour stream. I wasn't watching that. But I guess that was part 1. This was part 2. And I guess he said he's going to do a part 3. But he went in, man. He showed DMs, how Hell Monkey was super cool with him in the beginning. How Hell Monkey was like, oh, I'm doing a show coming up. I would love to interview you. I'm one of your biggest fans. Well, he didn't say biggest fan, but I'm one of your biggest supporters. And M was like, cool, man. Cool, bro. All right, cool. Whenever you do it, let me know. I join. So he was like, what changed him? So when he started hanging out with Duncan and them, I know Jeff couldn't wait to hear that. That's when he started changing. And, you know, I guess he was trying to protect his boys, blah, blah, blah. And over time, we wasn't cool. And it was drama. And I was like, sipping my tea with my how do they do the Kermit thing? When he's always
tea. Okay,
whatever. You know what I mean. When they got Kermit always like, it ain't my business. So that was crazy because I haven't seen, number one, I never seen nobody pull out anybody DMs. Like nobody has done that yet. But I always say this though, and I always say to the PlayStation Xbox guys, don't start no Mobina, right? I always like to say I come from a small town called Don't Start Mobina. Also, you can't tell your adversary how to retaliate, right? So I always give an analogy. If I was at the park and somebody pushed my daughter down, I maybe walk over and kick your son in the face. Now they'd be like, who could do something like that? Hey, listen, your son shouldn't have pushed my daughter down. Now, you know, that's not cool. But either way, I'm just saying is you can't say, oh, you can't do that to me because I didn't do that to you. Well, you should have never did nothing to me that started. Don't start, no won't be none. So anyway, it was kind of crazy. And then Ace got on. So Ace is in the chat. By the way, I got to give Ace credit. He came on my Wednesday night show last night. And he was talking PlayStation and everything. It was really cool, man. So, I always say this. Out of all the topper guys, whatever, because Ace got 10,000. He just hit over the 10,000 mark, right? For subscribers. Him and his crew, right? He comes in the most people's streams, as far as I've seen. Like, he just pop in people's stream. What's going on? He was on a Sandy and Anthony show one night, and Ryzek didn't want to come on.
Hold on. Time out. We got a special VIP in the chat right here. Look at that. Look who it is. Look who's there. My God, Jack.
Said, among the nonsense, misinformation, Hell Monkey said, there doesn't seem to be any sign of intelligent life from the article. Oh, wow. See, I didn't even hear that part. But see, that's the thing, right? I think, like me, right? I'm a silly, man. And I'm just going to I'm going to make it clear that I'm being a clown, right? And of course, there was times where I kind of got into it with people, right? But I feel like,
like Demaculix?
Yeah, I mean, me and D-Mac got into it, right?
If you watch this back, man, you my guy, F the Cowboy, North Carolina for life.
Okay, whatever. Who said that?
It was me. I just said North Carolina for life.
Oh, all right. All right. Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted by Jack. Anyways, which give Jack a shout out. Jack, I didn't even know. Out of nowhere, I'm going through my thing, and I'm like, yo, Jack became an all-purpose champion, a member of my channel. This guy, man.
You still haven't made him a video.
Well, first of all, I told Jack I want to make him a video. He said, cool. He has yet to get back to me to let me know what to put in the video. But I have been getting through them. So I got 3 videos so far out of 9 people. So I'm making the videos.
So you telling me that you need other people's creativity in order for you to create stuff?
No. So part of my feature is I'll advertise for you. So you could tell me to put in whatever you want. So you have to let me know, because I'm not just going to put in whatever. I mean, I could listen. I would probably put the number show in there. I will put like his Twitter page. I will say, you know, he's a really good guy for the Stadia community, blah, blah, blah. But I would love for him to be like, oh, I want you to add this or add that. Because it's like free advertisement.
Jeff's tired of listening to you, so he just put on Skinamax.
Yeah,
anyways, I'm getting close to the drama segment. So anyway, long story short, what was cool though? So Ace comes in.
Spectravision in the hotel, baby. Spectravision in the hotel.
I'm almost done, man. All right. So anyway, I was about to say Jeff. So Ace jumps in, and Ace is like, so I couldn't, when I watched it, YouTube take forever to process a video. So when I watched it, I couldn't read what he was saying. But anyway, he's like, blah, blah, blah. He said, I'm waiting to see what kind of embarrassing situation I could put in.
I told him I'd become a member and I want him to promote YouPorn. He'd have to do a video on YouPorn.
Hey, you could always go back to one of our old videos where he said that he's upset because his wife likes me.
Whatever, man. So that's public knowledge now. Jack's going to be like, listen, my OnlyFans. I'm like, Jack, come on. Don't make me put that up there. So anyway, let me finish my story. I'm almost done.
And now
so Ace gets in there, and MN2K is like, bro, it's not about you. Don't make this about you, blah, blah, blah. But what I think is cool. So it pretty much just ended. MN2K was like, I'm done, whatever. Apparently he wanted to do another one, and maybe he won't. But what was really cool was the next day, Ace had a thing saying open Q&A. I was like, oh, snap. So I watched the Q&A, and all it was about was gaming. And not one person brought up what happened. And then MN2K left it alone, right? So I feel like, you know what? He got pissed off. And again, don't start, there won't be none. He felt like they was attacking his brand, and he had enough because a lot happened. He put a bunch of stuff that happened, which is cool. He did a timeline, and he lashed out, and rightfully so, right? So, but he let it go. He said what he had to say. He spoke his piece. And I feel like that's why I'm always the type of person, I like to stay stuff live, right? If you guys don't got a problem with it, we could, like me and D-Mac, we had it live. So it wasn't only, he was like, bro, you can hit me up, inbox. I don't need to inbox you because I just said everything I had to say. If I inbox you, I'm only going to say what I just already said. And you're going to say what you say, and we're just going to go on in the inbox, right? Let it go. So I think it was cool that MN2K spoke his piece and let it go. And I commend him for that because he could have kept it, and he's been holding it in for months, right? He could have held it in and just been like, listen, we don't need it. You know, like when Ryzak screwed me over and I couldn't, win game over, it bothered me, man, for the months. But then Egypt Mix came out. He apologized. I made him apologize to me, and I'm cool now. And that's it for the week, guys.
So I saw it. I saw this all go down when I saw Hellmonkey tweet out the news article that MM2K wrote for the publication, right? And so that's when I kind of got into the chat and was listening to some of the things that was said. Again, my comment earlier stands firm. Some people take this into a big dick measuring contest, and who's right and who's wrong, and what. I don't know. Man.
Well, I will say this though: for certain people, they do publications. This is a way of I don't know how much money they're making, but they write articles. So he was coming against his article, right? So for him, it's more than just me getting pissed off because you said my hat looks stupid. For him, it's like, bro, this is my way of life, or this is my livelihood, or this is my publication. You're trying to tell people my publication is wrong. It's incorrect. If there's an error. So I get that point,
And
that's
what's the one thing that those guys do, and they do very well, is that they provide sources for everything that they talk about, right? Jack and MM2K do the Stadia numbers show. Stadia Dosage does a bunch of stuff where they talk about, facts. Jack puts a lot of stuff out. I don't know that there's two people that are more in tune with some of the information out there around specs and around what people are doing. And a lot of the other shows like ours we're a lot of speculation. We're a lot of, opinion. That's why Jeff Jeff's dad told us last week, we're the Opinionators, right? And I wear that on my chest, man. I'm so proud of that name.
Yeah, man.
But I'm never going to sit here and tell, somebody that is putting out factual data that they're wrong. I may disagree with what that data is, but I'm not going to sit there and tell you you're wrong. To your point, that's a very personal thing to you. It'd be like us going to that Falconeer dev, and telling him that, he was dumb for something. It's personal to him. That's his game.
Right.
That's why he turned that around so quickly.
Yep.
So it's unfortunate that it went down, but I got to be honest with you, that with the way everything has gone, I'd say it's probably been, I don't know, what would you say, the past 4 or 5 months? Everybody has kind of gone into some dark places, man. And it all started with the Cowboy. Cowboy started it all when he said, "I've got big news for everybody."
Major big announcement. Major big announcement. But you know what you just said about
start the EBCN.
Say what you just said about Jeff's dad.
The Opinionators?
Yeah, what you said. How you wear it?
Oh, I wear it right on my chest.
Well, that's what I am. Say the Cowboy started it all.
Right there.
Blame me if you want, because I could take it.
It's kind of like in our second episode, I talked about somebody that got very upset and blocked me. I own it. I'm not afraid for what I said. I'm not gonna apologize for what I said. I'll apologize that it hurt your feelings.
I say this,
I wear it on my chest.
Well, that person who blocked me, I just feel like the people that block me bothers me. When have I just went? Okay, let me not say that because that might. Well, I can see one person. I was about to say, when have I just went and kept attacking them? Right now, I will say, Brian from the Nerf Report, I didn't attack him, but every chance I got to bring up the story, I kind of brought it up. But I feel like you blocking me is kind of silly, right?
I don't want to speak for him, so I'm not going to talk about it.
Right, you don't have to because you always play it safe.
It's a different situation.
And I feel like
I think part of that whole problem was, just talking about things that, maybe somebody didn't want to talk about, right?
Yeah, so but here's my thing though. Here's my thing. I don't understand blocking me on Twitter. Like, what does that have? I still watch his videos and comment on his videos.
And that's cool. And I'm not going to speak for him personally, right? I've had chats with him offline, but I'm not going to speak for him. I'm not him. But what I will say is that sometimes for some people, out of sight, out of mind. If I don't have to see your tweets, if I don't have to see your comments, then you're not affecting me, right? Because have you ever been sitting there and there's, maybe not you, Cowboy, because you're a different person, right? But I know that I've been sitting there sometimes and I've read something or I've seen somebody say something and my blood starts to boil a little bit. My heart starts to beat a little bit. And I start to get that hot sensation that comes over my skin. And it's like, what is this for? This is nothing. This is make-believe. At the end of the day, all of this stuff, this whole gaming community and world, it's all make-believe, man. It's supposed to be fun, and it just gets too serious sometimes. There's too much finger pointing, and I've said it a couple times tonight. Everybody wants to be right, and everybody wants to be the first to say something, first to do something.
You know why I don't have a problem with it? Bro, it comes with the territory. We're on here talking. We got viewers watching us.
Sure.
Bro, we step in these shoes.
Sure.
Anybody who write a post on Twitter, you stepped in those shoes. Anybody could read that post and counter you and go on and on and on. Yep. We gotta that's why I say it's not built for certain people. Like, you have to be ready to take everything that comes with all of this stuff, I had
a great conversation with Duncan today. There's a lot of people that have opinions about Duncan.
You and Duncan?
Duncan had put something up about GeForce, and I commented on it because he was talking about how, there's I think there was 8 to 10 games that were on the list that he posted. These are games that are available on GFN, and these are all the people that are playing these games on Steam right now. That doesn't mean that they're playing them on GFN. And so I asked him, I said, is that numbers of people that are playing currently on GFN, or is that total players that are playing? And then I went back and I read the post and I was like, shit, it actually says in their Steam. But he answered me. He was cordial and he answered me and he said, no, these are total players. I don't have the data to break it down by GFN. And then I responded back and I said, well, that would be something that would be fun to track if you can, to say, okay, now we've put out, these new 3080s. and maybe this is something that Jack can do, but I don't know if Jack would be interested in doing it. But now that we've made this announcement, and once that goes live, how many of those people that are playing those games now stop playing on their local hardware and now start to play it into the cloud because of this new system? I don't, and we could sit here and argue it, and I'm sure somebody can make a great point because I'm not very smart. But I think that just saying that there's this game that's available to play and there's so many people that are playing it is kind of skewed data, and it makes everybody look at something a certain way. It's almost like a false narrative, right? Because if you're not really reading into that, you're saying, oh, 800,000 people are playing that game on GFN right now. It must be really popular. No, 800,000 people are playing it on Steam. It just happens to be available to play through GFN. Correct. There might only be 20 people playing it on GFN, and you're making it sound like it's the greatest thing. So that's where I think that, it gets a little bit skewed with some of the things that he says sometimes, and we've talked about that before. It's not about Duncan. I wanted to say that because there was that cordial interaction there. I asked a question, I got an answer, let it be known, he acknowledged it, cool, we're done. I wish more people could have those debates. I did the same thing with Dr. Spaceman about the New World versus Warcraft thing. He said his reasoning, I said mine, he countered it, I said mine, we walked away, we were cool. Like, everybody's going to have an opinion and everybody's going to do things. And when I look at MM2K and I look at Jack and I look at what they're doing, there are other people that are out there doing it, and I'm sorry that I don't know who they are. Those are my guys. Jack is my guy. Jack and I had a lot of conversations. Exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying. So it's hard to lump in what the let's say the mothership of Steam versus what that the desktop client like Jack is saying is providing. That not everybody might be playing on GFN.
Well, listen, man,
it's hard to use those numbers as data.
Listen, I like your feel good speech, but now I got to counter it with a bone to pick, all right? And I'm about to check and find out. And I got a bone to pick with Jack right here live. And I said this to him the other day, and I'm saying it now. You know what, Jack? I went to watch the numbers show, and I clicked on it, and it said this show is not available. I need that show to be available that I can watch it. And I don't need to be a member to watch the show, all right? So you make that show available for me. I don't know how you do it. If you're going to download it, put it in my Dropbox, but you get the show to me, Jack, because I wanted to see the number show, man. And I couldn't watch it.
I watched it.
You did? Live?
Yeah.
Damn it, man.
How's that make you feel?
Listen, my favorite streamer well, not really. I don't really watch the streams, but my favorite content creator name is Clive. And I miss his show every Monday. It's just hard to catch the show live. But you know what I do? I listen to it on the way to work the next day. Do he make me have to sit through a paywall? No.
It's a good call, Jack. It's a good
call.
What do you say? He said we should really encourage people to back up their arguments with data, not attack them and pretend that nits with the data completely discredit an analysis.
That is true. Because look what I did to Ryzak earlier. I said, Ryzak, let's see it. And you know what he did? Real quick, he Googled it and shut me up.
And then I still had somebody in the chat was trying to tell me I was wrong. I mean, again, there's so many places to get data, right? And everything is always changing. So when I click on something, it might be different a couple minutes later. I mean, I can only go off of the source that I pull up in that moment, right? So
let me say something to Jack. I totally get that, Jack. So what I've been doing is I've been making certain videos I make 24 hours for members. So I get it. You guys make it live. Then when it's not live, you put it 24 hours or I don't know when I looked, but I feel like it was maybe I did look within the 24 hours. So that makes sense. I get that. So
I do know how to schedule tweets. You probably didn't know how to click on it, right?
No, I clicked on it. You don't know how to schedule tweets either. Be quiet.
I do schedule tweets.
No, you don't. The only person who could do that is Jeff.
Jeff showed me how.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, he taught me.
Jeff, did you show him?
I did.
See?
And you didn't show me?
You don't wow. You don't download.
I see what's going on. Two people, similar complexion. One guy isn't. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave it alone.
You've never asked. He asked.
I will tell you right now that even though our complexion might be light, you are whiter than both of us. I've heard you sing Celine Dion.
That's my girl. I will never ever deny that. That's my favorite artist. You'll never ever get. I will fight somebody over
Jack
Celine
said it's
Dion.
coming back tomorrow, so you'll get to watch it.
All right, cool. I'm watching it, man. You know what? Man, it'd been cool if I could listen to it on my way to work. Anyway,
you do that a lot though, man.
I do, man.
You'll write me during the day and you'll say, "Hey, man, were you listening to this?" And I'm like, dude, how can you listen to that stuff at work all the time? Like, I got people around me. Like, we got stuff to do. You do. You watch a lot of stuff. You'll write me and you'll say, "Hey, I was listening to this and they said this," and I'm like, dude, I have no idea what you're talking about right now. Yeah. But I tell you what it does do. It makes me go and find it and then try to find the parts that you were talking about, which then brings another viewer. So it's good all the way around.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. I try to comment because comics is good. Commenting is good for algorithms, but I watch a lot of people's stuff. Or I don't watch, I listen. On my drives to work, my drives home, I'm just listening to people, That's just what I do, especially with the SBCN and so many people. A lot of times they get to listen. But really happened in the last 2 weeks. Isaac, my 13-year-old son says the same thing.
Well, your 13-year-old son, I don't know if I would lump him in with me because I'm sure he's much smarter. I'm sure he's much better looking. I'm sure he's much better with the ladies.
Whoa. Isaac, there's not many men that's better looking than you. Let's just stop.
His 13-year-old son, I'm sure is. Okay.
No, he probably got acne and everything. Nah.
I doubt it. Have you seen his dad? Look at his dad right there.
He was a handsome guy. Yeah, he had a full head of hair and everything.
Can I give Jack a shout out real quick? I know you always tell me I'm watering everything down and this and that, but let me just tell you what. John Scars did a streaming event where he got people together and they streamed to raise money for different charities that were important to them. It was a fantastic event. Kudos to John Scars and his people for putting that together. I actually got in William's stream and donated to William's charity. I had to pick one, and so I picked William. William was doing his stream for children like hunger, kids that can't get meals and things. So it was a great stream. A lot of people had a lot of great causes. I know Ninja Guy X was doing his stream. I believe it was for LGBT community up in Canada and amongst other things, right? So I get a tweet goes out. Jack says, my son and I, we're going to be playing. My son's going to be playing. Let me tell you what. His 4-year-old son is better than me at Rock of Ages. This little man was moving stuff around, putting it down, making the ball go down the track. 4 years old. Oh, wow. You see how smart his dad is. So, I mean, it's not really a surprise, but man.
Yeah, I had a hard time with that game. You know what? I'll say this.
He was entertaining. I mean, future content creator right there.
Yeah, my hardest thing for me is weekends. And I said this way back when we was doing the SBC. It wasn't even the SBCN. It was the Stadia Bash podcast. And I said, Friday nights, man, I'm going to tell you, they was like, because everybody voted Friday night was the best. I said, listen, I'm be honest. I'm probably going to miss a lot of them. Once a Friday hit, like my wife might be cool with me doing this a lot, but you ain't taking up her weekends. That's where she putting her foot down. So,
kudos to Arthur. Jack, please. I jumped in and I said a comment in there, and I don't think that he got to hear it, but I think he's my new favorite content creator.
That's cool, man.
I do think so. 4 years old, that little man, he was just going to town, man. It was so cool. So, and he had like 15 people watching him, man. I was like, damn, I don't even get 15 people watching me. So that's cool. Already light years ahead of me. He's got a great.
Because this is no yes man, so it wouldn't be me if I ain't say it. Listen, my guy, he used to help me make game choices, man. I would watch John Scar, and he probably played every game. So I would watch his streams, like, dude. He's like really going through each game. I remember asking him, should I get the Falconeer, or should I get Chorus? I remember asking him, hey, should I get Olympic Games? I literally asked him a bunch of stuff. But you know what? He ain't invite me to the damn whatever the charity thing is called.
Probably because he didn't think that you had a charity in mind that you could raise money for, to be honest.
Maybe he didn't. But you know what? That's his problem. And now he's an enemy number one. All right, so just so John Scar know,
Dang.
We ain't tight no more.
Dang.
I don't want to take his recommendations no more.
Enemy number one. You just pushed a lot of people out of the way. That's a pretty harsh statement right there.
Well, listen, John Scar is on the top of my list.
Somebody
so
better
Ray
clip
is
that.
number 2.
Somebody clips that.
Man.
Clip it.
Man.
John Scar, top of my list.
Sorry, man.
We gotta go. Ryzak's got a show in 15 minutes.
Damn, that was fast.
I know.
He's gonna ride a Republic it. I got food coming. I don't know where my
Did
food
we
is.
even look how to get the Rider Republic? Is it like, I know earlier today
You
people
go
was
to the
looking and it
store.
wasn't there.
You go to the store and right at the top it says play.
Is it there now? Well, it probably should be now.
It's been there since 3 o'clock this morning.
It's the 4-hour trial.
No, I was watching Duncan and them. They kept looking and it wasn't there, but I don't know.
Well, it had different releases for different time zones. It was 3 o'clock Eastern this morning, and I know it was there because Ray was on this morning playing it. He had a video up before I even woke up. So
all right, well, maybe they was trying to play it on.
I saw it first thing this morning.
Oh, maybe they were trying to play it on GFN or something. But I was watching his stream and they kept checking and it wasn't there. Or they was like, "Oh, it's not there. It's not there." All right,
go to it right now and share the screen. Show y'all how easy this is.
This is kind of exciting. I'm about to play Riders Republic, man.
Here you go, Jeff. Go ahead and share that right there.
I don't know if maybe I should stream.
Look at that. I don't know how much more obvious you could get. I mean, literally, when you load Stadia, you go to the home page. Look, I was playing Avengers last night. Wouldn't you be proud of me? Look at that.
Oh, wow.
And then you go to store and boom, it's right. I didn't have to scroll for it. It's right freaking there. And all you got to do is click play. And just remember, you get 4 hours over the course of the next week to play. And any progress that you make in the game will transfer once you own the game.
You know what's cool? I could take this time to figure out how to play the game.
Oh, Ray's, that's cool. Ray's streaming for the Epilepsy Foundation this Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Sweet, man. Sweet. Nice. I know that's important to you too, dude. So not to water down the show, but that is cool. That is really, really cool. You know, I'm going to keep saying that. You know, you hurt my feelings. That's why I couldn't have a quality conversation with you, because it wouldn't have been quality. That's why I had to have them with Ray.
Bro, that just because a little aggression doesn't mean it's not quality. The quality is the outcome. That's what's quality. What end up coming out of it is the quality. So I would have just got on here and tell people how they little crybabies and they should stop crying over other people who are bullies. Ignore them, block them, right? My man, look at all the people sleeping comfortably because they blocked me, as if I was going to keep going on their page and harassing them. But either way, they feel comfortable.
Jared, if you're going to be streaming it shortly, tie in with Ryzak's stream. And
yeah, you stream the same time as me. I don't care. We'll play together.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm definitely playing.
Let's do it. I'll have hopefully I'll have these two knuckleheads over with me. I'm trying to get my son to play it, but he went to a football game, so we'll see. Of all people, right? I've told you before, my son doesn't want anything to do with Stadia. I had him play Riders Republic. I told him, I said, give me 30 minutes. I just want you to play for 30 minutes. That Joker was playing for 2 hours. And then he looked at me and he goes, so when's the game come out? I said, the 28th. He comes down here the other day. When's the game come out? I said, the 28th, right? He is so excited about it. So I told him, I said, you should go ahead and buy a copy for you. And then that way we can play at the same time. And he was like, I'll just play it under your account. And I was like, well, you're going to be waiting because I'm going to play it and I'm not going to be getting off for you because that's the game I've wanted to play, right?
Now, did you make him his own Stadia account?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Because that's what I did for my wife.
He could do this demo, with me for sure.
Right.
But when the game comes out, he'll be able to
No. I'm just saying, at least, I'm saying at least with the game, he's like, I'm playing your account. It's like, no, because now you're playing under my wife just beat. My wife just beat Avengers the other day, with and it was like, cool, it's under her account. You know what I'm saying?
And so I told him, I said, oh, look at that. You want to play some Stadia? He said, Dad, I told you it was never about Stadia. It was about the games that were on Stadia. And I was like, here we go again.
Yep.
Here we go again. Story of my life.
Switching it up now.
Like the cloud. I'll go ahead and get us started since this is Jeff's show. We'll be up in 10 minutes. We're going to play some Riders Republic. And it should be a great time. So if you haven't fulfilled your 4 hours or if you have a few minutes to spare, come on and play with us. It'll be fun. Shouldn't be anything too crazy. It'll be Cowboy's first time playing it. So I'm excited to see him get into it and show him around the mountains. And then this weekend, man, I'm going to be around all weekend. The girls are going out of town.
Nice.
So, yeah, me and the son will be doing some things. We got a lot of hockey, hopefully playing a lot of games. And Ray, I will definitely come check you out on Saturday, man. I think that's super awesome. So I'll see everybody around real soon.
Oh, a new event in Marvel. Ooh, okay, I'm going to hit you up. Let me say this real quick. I want to give credit to two people. I hope they're still watching. Ninja Guy X and Coda Stadia. So I've knew of Coda Stadia a little bit before Ninja Guy X, but pretty much both of them almost around the same time. Dude, they're community champions, but Ninja Guy X does have a channel, and dude, they're cool, two cool dudes, man. I got to meet Ninja Guy X yesterday, and he was a cool dude, very articulate. He had very good responses. We talked about all the gaming, and I just want to say, the community is growing, man. And yeah, there's a lot of people leaving and going to GFN and doing all this and that, but it's still some quality people, and it's still great content creators. And I wouldn't change any of this, man. I just want to say that. And those two guys make me look at we're growing in a good, healthy way. You know, it's cool.
Jeff, you have 20 likes on your stream and no dislikes. That is a first for us.
Wow. And it's a no yes, man.
I better go dislike it. I better go dislike it. So tomorrow night, I'm doing some retro gaming, but I'm in a hotel. I don't have any console, so I'm playing Pie Packer tomorrow night.
Oh, cool.
I am retro gaming on Pie Packer tomorrow night.
Cool.
Because I did not bring
play that in a long time.
Sorry?
I said I haven't heard you play that in a long time.
I haven't played it in a long time, but I'm playing it because I'm in a hotel. I got no other choice.
You can't play Stadia in the hotel?
No. It's retro though.
My retro stream.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
My retro stream, retro Friday night. I may dive into some Riders Republic tomorrow night too. We'll see.
Nice.
Let me know.
Not sure if I'm gonna have a stream on Monday or not.
Okay.
So play it by ear. I told
Why are
Anthony
you weird? Why are you in the hotel? Did you get kicked out your house? Like, we never asked you that.
I talked to him about it earlier.
Yeah.
You can't kill the hookers at his parents' house.
True.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
It's true.
Cool.
It's true.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, I am gonna be doing a Sandy and Anthony show later on tonight after playing some games with Ryzak. And you know, you guys could come to my channel, and the schedule's there. I stream every day at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, besides Fridays and Saturdays, and Sundays I stream around 11:30 a.m. So simple as that.
Appreciate everybody coming out to.
Thanks
Jeff's
everyone for coming out. Chat was on fire.
We're gonna show the video one more time.
Oh, of course.
Heck yeah. Oh, and real quick, Crow, thank you for letting me know about the Marvel Avengers. I will be on there.
Big shout out to
Let you
Bruce.
know.
You get to know why in just a second. See.